Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen, and Accu-Stats Video Productions is pleased to welcome you back to the 2017 Make It Happen One Pocket Invitational. Yeah! And believe it or not, and you probably do because I've been telling it to you for 3 days, this is the 10th in the Make It Happen series, and that's a pretty big milestone that we're all sharing here together. So we're glad to be able to do this, and we want to keep doing it, so thank you all very much for allowing us to do so. As always, the Make It Happen series comes to you from the Aramis-Simonis Arena at Sandcastle Billiards here in Edison, New Jersey. And as always, we have 4 of our past champions that we brought back, added 2 new players. We've added Billy Thorpe, of course, and Josh Roberts. You've seen both of them play, and I'm sure you're as impressed as we are. We're glad to have them as part of the family once again. All the matches are a race to 4. The winner of each match gets $1,000. It's a round-robin format, and we'll complete that tomorrow at 7 p.m. Everybody will have played 5 matches by that time. And at that point, the 2 players with the best won-loss records will then compete in the championship round at 9:30 tomorrow night to crown the 2017 champion and also an extra $1,000. Our equipment, always the best in the business, a diamond 9-footer with pro-cut pockets, 860 Simonis and Aramis balls. Thanks again to those great companies for their support of all of our events. Before I introduce the players, I want to take one last opportunity to say on behalf of our 6 champions, Ed Ladawi and the great staff here at Sandcastle Billiards and the entire Accu-Stats Video Production team, we thank each and every one of you for your loyalty and support to helping us put these events on, and especially to our ringside family here who have so graciously supported us for 10 consecutive Make It Happen events. Ladies and gentlemen, you've done it again. You've made it happen. Way to go. Well, if you thought the last match was pretty good, we probably got even a better one coming up for you right now. 2 of our all-time favorites, and it's now my pleasure to introduce them. This will be match number 12. Our first player is from Angeles City in the Republic of the Philippines. He's the 2-time reigning and defending Make It Happen one-pocket champion. He's the only man to have won it more than once. He's also a 6-time Derby City one-pocket champion, and that's an unprecedented mark in its own right. He's a member of the One Pocket Hall of Fame. He's a member of the BCA Hall of Fame. Sponsored by Tip Tool by George, San Miguel Beer, and Puyat Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the most famous name in the game. It's the magician, Efren Reyes. Thank you very much. His opponent is from Toronto. He was crowned the very first Make It Happen champion. That was an 8-ball discipline back in 2012. He's also, in his own right, a 2-time Derby City one-pocket champion, and he's also the reigning U.S. Open one-pocket champion. He's sponsored by List Spot Billiards, AP Lionize Your Game, and Puyat Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the smallest man with the biggest heart. It's the Lion, Alex Pagulayan. All right, here we go. Your referee in charge of this match is Mr. Carswell Ransom. Official photographer is Carl Kantrowitz. Official timekeeper, Miss Julie Ha. And it's now my pleasure to turn it over to the booth to David Maddox and to Bill Hendrickson. Take it away, guys.
Thank you very much, Mr. Schumann, and I'm David Maddox. Of course, Bill Hendrickson joining me in the booth, and it is just a supreme pleasure to be just in the audience, but to be hosting is terrific. We're going to see a terrific match between 2 players. Tell us about the match we got coming up, Bill.
Oh, Efren Reyes is you don't have to say a word about Efren Reyes. His name is his history, and everything he's done speaks for itself. But he's getting on in age, but he's playing awful good. I mean, as good as almost as he's ever played.
That's saying something.
Sure.
He's, what, 62, 61, 62?
Yeah, he's over 60. And Alex is, I've been watching him on YouTube and these other special matches he's been playing, and he's just tremendous. He's a very, very strong pressure player, one of the best pressure players I know about.
Would you care to make a pick? A guesstimate?
I only want to take Efren because I'm sentimental about the age, but I really, you know, how can you pick him?
I know. It's what, 2 shots decide the match.
The best lucky break he's going to win because they're both perfect. Some they could be perfect. Put it that way.
No, Efren, Alex certainly hit a beautiful shot right there, kicking 2 rails at the 11 ball. Actually, the 11-10 combination, and now Reyes has answered, and he hit the 10. Unfortunately, he didn't. It was after he hit the rail, so not only leaving Alex straight in.
They're calling a foul on him. He put a penny up over there, so I don't know if he hit the 10.
I'm saying after it hit the point, it hit the 10, but nothing hit the rail after that, and so consequently, Efren owes one, and Alex is off to the races. That was a big swing, not making that kick.
And Efren might be the greatest kicker of all time. For him to miss that is just not like him.
Definitely, and it's you know, we get to see him play pocket billiard games. I've never seen him play billiards, but he's a world-class billiards player, and for a world-class billiards player to miss a 1-rail kick, pretty unusual.
He also had a shot that I thought he was going to come around for the 13 ball, and he just didn't get around enough. I don't know what he's going to do now. Probably some kind of a smart move, but
you know, he may be able to play the 15 into the 13 and just bring the cue ball straight back to the rail.
Yeah, he's looking at that now.
Yeah. Now, he's still going to move the 13 toward his pocket.
Maybe even make it. You never know. Well, you got it over there.
Definitely in threat territory, but the good thing for Efren is that it's far enough on to the left of his pocket from the end rail, that being the 13, that, you know, Efren does have some table to work with.
You would think he might play off the 15 ball here, but I don't know if I like that shot. Depends where he puts the cue ball because he's going to have the 3 ball.
Well, if the 15 were over to the left of where Efren is about a foot, I think that would be fine. But
that's what I like right there.
Yeah, coming down too far, Alex will definitely shoot this ball, especially given how close the 13 is to the cushion.
He may kick it in. He doesn't have to cut this. I mean, he could do either, I believe. He also could bank the 15 ball. Makes maybe the pocket's big. If the ball's frozen to the rail, it might even go in if you hit the 13.
Well, the strength of banking the 15 is that he can protect the cue ball. He can put a cue ball between the 3 ball and the piece of chalk on the left-hand cushion. That's the natural path that it would take.
Yeah, he'll run the cue ball 3 rails and come around.
I'm looking right down the barrel of his shaft, and he's hitting it about 1 o'clock.
He might have made it. It's close.
He hit it beautifully.
Well, he would have had shape on the 13 had it gone. He's going to be given this ball. Probably Efren will take the 13 into this ball and send the 13 away.
Yeah, I got here on the 6th, so I've been here for a few days, and the first 2 days, that 15 would have gone.
Sure, it's tightened up a lot.
Tightened up a lot. There are a lot of people in the room. It's warm. There's a lot of moisture in the atmosphere.
Absolutely.
So the table playing quite a bit different than it played the first couple of days. Now, ball count, Efren still owes one, and Alex is +3.
He's going to play off the 3rd or 12 ball, I guess that is, and he's going to try to come back against the pack.
Try to come next to the 3, I believe. He went off the 14, and
okay.
That's definitely not where he wanted to be, but Efren doesn't have anything. It doesn't appear that Efren has anything he can do real offensive, but these are the situations where, you know, he does something that really surprise you.
Yeah, he's looking at a bank on the 3. If he can do that, he's going to go up table and end up somewhere near the 13 ball, or on this side of the table at least.
Well, the ball didn't turn very much, but it's going straight in the pocket, so he got even on that shot. And if the 6 ball goes, he may get a bundle right here. So now he shoots the 6, and playing it like a straight pool shot. He'll separate those balls just a little bit, and
see the 4 ball? He hit the 4 ball. He tried to make it go there and back.
Yep.
I was going to predict that, but I forgot to say it.
So I believe he'll play the 9 ball. Stay above the balls right here. I don't think. Play the 9 ball, then the 12. And then perhaps play the 8 ball. That might be the sequence. We'll see.
He missed. Oh. He missed.
Well, definitely a surprise. Having seen Efren for, let's see, I didn't see him at Reds in '85. Probably '88, '89 is where I first saw him play. I don't ever think I've seen him move that quickly.
His last match, he made a run out that I've never seen. I've played a lot of straight ball. I didn't think it was possible, and he ran out. Beautiful.
Wow.
So I can't say he's not going to perform top speed. He really is. Has shown some great pool, in prior matches.
Another great shot by Alex. It doesn't go, hits the point, and rests just inside that long rail point.
He'll be given this ball. He wants to make sure he doesn't show anything. Like he doesn't want to be able to hit the 1 ball, so he'll hit it pretty slow.
So ball count now. Alex has 4. Efren he got it even. He paid the 1 he owed and is at +2.
He may bank the 4 up towards the stack and follow under the 1 ball with the cue. I believe he's going to think about, oh, he hit it badly. He meant to get more under the 1 and he hit it in the face. I don't think Efren can cut it in, but
he definitely can work with the 4 ball. That's for sure.
He could almost hang this 1 and leave him the 9-4 combo. If he wanted to. That's not what I would do, but I'm just saying he could do that.
The shot that I like here, that I've seen Efren shoot hundreds of times, is where he banks. He's looking at shooting the 1 ball and shaping the 4 or the 8.
He might think he can make it. From my angle here, it looks very hard to make. When I look on the TV screen, it looks like he can make it. And live, it looks like he can't make it, I'm sure he wouldn't shoot if he couldn't make it.
Wow. That is incredible. Incredible. Now he's looking at the 2 carom off the 5 ball or bank the 4. I like banking the 4 personally. Not only do you have an offensive threat, but you remove that ball from close to Alex's pocket.
Well, if he makes the 4, depending on how he plays it, he would have a hard shot no matter what. It wouldn't be an easy play.
Right. Making the 4 ball, again, that ball would have gone 2 days ago. Absolutely.
Sure. But he protected this ball now. I don't believe he can. Can he go for real first and make this ball or not?
Man, look how deep the ball is in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't know if he can even hit it. No less. I mean
by the 13.
Yeah, the 12 or the 13 is blocking it.
That's so deceiving. It's
if you look on the screen, he may or may not be able to curve the cue ball around and do it. And like you said, it's in so deeply.
Very hard to control the cue ball.
Apparently he can do it. Apparently he's going to hit it slow, probably. He spun it a lot.
Very hard to control the cue ball if you, when the ball is that deep in the pocket and you have to hit it with a little masse from 5 feet away.
Sure. I think he's going to try and thin this 2 ball. Can he hit the 2 ball at all?
He can hit the 2 ball. Yes.
He might try to thin the 2 ball.
Well, he may play it. He may play. I can't tell. I was going to say he may play it off the. Play the 7 ball. billiard the 2. Bank the 7, billiard the 2. Oh.
He did hit the 7. He got the 2 over there, but he may have given the bank up on that deuce.
Yeah, I believe he left the bank on the 2 ball. Ball count all tied up, 4 balls apiece.
If Alex shoots the deuce in, if he makes it, he'll have some kind of a shot on the 3 or the 9. Almost certainly.
It's a game-winning shot, making the 2 ball.
And it's hard for him to get hurt because the best he's going to give up if he misses it is the 7 bank.
The flip side of that coin is if he banks at the 2 and doesn't make it,
right?
Then the position of the balls, then Efren would have the potential to get all the way out.
Yeah, well, they both have 4. So they both need 4.
So now if I were addressing the table, looking at the table, if I'm banking at the 2 ball, do I go up to the side pocket?
Well, he's going to play as slow as he could, pocket speed, but he wants it to reach.
Yeah.
But he wants to, if he hits it good, he wants to make it, When he got on the 9 or the 3, his choice.
Well, his cue ball speed was beautiful in that he put the 9 ball right between the cue ball and the 2.
Efren would have loved to be able to cut the 9 here, but with the 8 ball and where it is, he can't do it.
No.
So he's probably going to go off the 8 ball somehow and either bank the 8 up and out, or
he may
somehow the cue's going to stay on the bottom rail. I would imagine, and maybe under the deuce. Oof, what a beautiful shot this was! I didn't think he could do that. He put the cue ball off the 8, completely frozen to the bottom of 2, totally eliminating any choices that Alex has.
Yeah, Alex can't even hit anything but the 2. Well, he did make a legal shot.
And he hit it pretty good. I mean, this is a good shot. It's up in front of the side pocket. There's not a lot Efren can do other than maybe make the deuce. And I don't know if I like that shot very much.
I kind of like leaving the 2 ball there because the only way that it goes in Alex's pocket is if he's almost exactly straight in. It looks like it's low enough that the scratch is a threat. I mean, you may be able to draw it into the point, but kind of in a precarious position.
I think he's just going to go off the 3 ball, maybe bank it into the 7 or to the left of the 7, and just get it into play on near his side pocket.
I kind of like this, moving the 5 and 12 ball, because they are in a bad position for Efren. They are blocking. Well, none of them go to his pocket, and.
He gave up the bank shot here. He could bank the 9.
Yeah, definitely.
And if the cue ball goes up and maybe gets stopped by the 7 over there, or stays on the top rail, if he hits it good, this could be death to Efren.
Yeah, really hard to make this bank and get the cue ball under the 7.
He hit the deuce with it. It's not a good hit.
Well.
But he gets a break. The ball goes in on the spot.
He's certainly got a break right there because
Efren would have had a chance at the 3.
Yeah, yeah, and he would have shot it because
absolutely.
The cue ball is going back up table, perhaps near the 7. 5-8 combination is not on, and that was a pretty fortuitous roll that Alex received right there.
I think he's going to play this bank on the 2.
I don't know that it goes past the 9 ball.
I believe it goes. I think it's possible as long as he doesn't kiss or anything. He didn't even try to do it. Not very hard, anyway. He gets another roll.
Oh, he really didn't want to move those balls, that's for sure.
He got a nice roll here. I mean, he hit those balls, the 5 and the 8 are negative. Well, they're not productive.
The 8 ball goes for Alex. I mean, if he can hit it. He's going to 3-rail the 12 instead and bring the cue ball over near the 7. I really like this shot. There's a lot of power in this shot.
He's got to make sure he doesn't hit the 2 by accident coming around, because see the angle he's got? He's liable to end up hitting his ball too long. I'm not sure where it's at. I'd be afraid to shoot the 3-rail the way it's laying.
Well, 2 days ago, I definitely would have agreed with you. But having seen how the balls are coming off the rail.
Yeah, it's playing short. Oh, he made a nice hit. That's not bad. Yeah, they're coming a little more short.
now, Efren, 7-ball, you got the green light.
He's not going to hit this real hard. He's going to play this medium speed, I think. Enough to reach the pocket, but he doesn't want to come up and sell out the 8-ball.
I think he'll wind up near the 12. A little thin. But
he hit it on the slow side. But I'm not sure if Alex will get under the 7-ball. He might be able to kick under it.
I believe that's what he'll do. And he'll, you kick this ball from where Alex is, he's going to hit it high, maybe a little bit of right-hand spin, and try to bank the 7-ball up table onto his side. That's what I would probably try to look to do if I can get to the proper spot on the end rail.
I wonder if the 9 is frozen to the rail. If there's a crack between the rail and the 9, Efren may come back and kick the 9 in.
Yeah.
He won't hit this real hard. Oh, he tried to get it over to his side.
Really surprised at the shot selection.
Yeah.
There.
He couldn't go too wrong with it. It's not what I would do, but it didn't hurt him badly. He didn't give him the 9-ball kick. Efren has a couple of unusual hits here. He has a around the table shot with the 5 out, and maybe he could freeze the ball. If he could stick the ball right there.
Where the 8 is, I think the 8 is a pretty big ball to try to do that. The 5 railer just hit and stop right there. He's going to try to play it, get the 8-ball in play and the 5-ball. But it was very difficult because he had to hit the 5-ball.
I like a shot here. I'd go after the 2-ball, and I would put the cue ball into the long rail and then let it bounce back towards the 7-ball if I could.
Are you sure you're not from Chicago?
That'll make the 2-ball come on his rail, and as long as he doesn't hit it hard, the 3-ball will stay somewhere near the 8-ball, I guess.
Well,
he's not doing that.
When he shoots the 5-ball, you have to make sure you hit it thin enough so you don't hit the 9.
Yeah, he's going to shoot it maybe with a touch of left English. Hit it dead for, he's in trouble. He's in trouble. He lost the game with that, maybe.
Well, he had that thought I was talking about in his mind.
What was the other? What was he going to go up and down and try and get on the other side of the 9? Maybe he hit it that badly. He didn't hit enough ball.
If he had cut the 5-ball to the middle of the pocket, I believe he would have had a shot on the 3-ball next.
The 3, or like I said, the 9. Maybe you're right.
Yeah.
But this should be it because he needed 4 and there's 3 straight in and 1 bank.
But he was so aware that if he didn't, if the emphasis wasn't on the thin side of the pocket, that the 9-ball was a little too much in play.
Yeah, he really went for it. I mean, I got to say, he really went for it.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of the double-edged sword, that hyper-aggression, when it goes wrong, it goes really wrong. Efren Reyes, the bank on the 5-ball. 1-0 the score in the final match for tonight. But boy, we have some incredible matches on tap for tomorrow, and I'll get into that in just a few minutes. What do you think
if he would have shot the 2-ball? Suppose he didn't go for that ball. If he had shot the 2-ball and come down under them balls, what would you have thought of that shot?
No, I like that. I
mean, it's more conservative, obviously, but and he couldn't have won on the next move or two, but he might have got a ball advantage or something out of that.
After I turned 45, I definitely would have shot your shot. Alex laid down a pretty nice break there, spread out quite a bit. Now, I do want to recognize 5 of the supporters of this and previous Make It Happen events. Joe Chalotic, he's here in the audience with a headset, I believe, and John Cienflon, Justin Dijon. He's also in the Navy. Good job. Salute from across the room. And Mike DeWeese, California, not here unfortunately, but hopefully enjoying it at home. And also Marilyn and Michael Fedock from Florida. Thank you very much. And of course, we have a lot more, and we'll mention those as we go through the match.
Efren showed the 2 here. He didn't want to do that for sure.
Oh, definitely.
I don't know if Alex will bank it or kick it, but he's going to move the 2, that's for sure.
The shot I like here is to bank the 2 ball toward the 3, and unless he can get to the rail, if he can get to the long rail and kick the 2 ball, I like that even better than banking the 2.
I don't. I like what you said first. I would just cut it and go up near the 15 ball if I could, because the 6 is what you want to protect, or the 12 ball also. If he kicks it, he's liable to show the 12, and then he might go off the 12, get behind the 6. And I can't understand why he's doing this, but maybe there's a reason.
Well, he put the 7 ball in a good spot for him, being Alex. You know, that ball is in a favorable position for Alex, and not Efren.
The reason it's in favorable position is because it can't be banked, and it blocks banks.
Wow, that's a money maker.
Yeah, it is. He can't even go up and down and kick at it for several reasons.
He has no 3 rail.
If he goes into, you know what he has? You know what he has? He maybe have a shot here. He could draw off this ball and make the ball in his own pocket. You see it?
That looks like a straight pull shot.
Yeah, but he can do it. He's close enough to it, and the ball's close enough to the rail. It's not frozen. He can draw off the ball and make the 6.
And he's going to be rewarded, because if he makes the 6, I think the cue ball, perhaps shaping the 12 ball.
Yeah.
You know, he could turn this into several balls.
The reason I'm saying that over going off the 1 and try to get the 10 out of there or make the 10, because the 10's laying funny. You could end up scratching in the hole. A whole lot of things could happen. He sees something that I don't see. He's just going to hit soft, maybe under the 2 if he could, and never go up high enough for the 10 to be made.
Well, I think the problem with this shot, in my eyes, is the 2 ball banking the 10 into the cue ball.
There you go.
That's what I see
softly for that not to be a problem. You're right. I still like the 6 ball. That's what I would do.
I do too. I do too. I really like that as well.
All he has to do is make that, and the cue ball will probably see the 10, and you're out of the problem. I'm sure he sees it. He just thinks it's a big gamble. You know, he'd rather see something easier. Oh, he hit that great.
He sure did.
And he didn't get the best of this roll, by the way.
No.
The 12 ball may be able to be banked in off the 10.
It may bank. Yeah, it may bank.
And safely, too.
Yeah.
You know, like he can put the cue ball up somewhere near the 3 or behind the 5, somewhere up there, without really risking too much.
I think the line, the tangent line, has the cue ball going straight at the 13. So he hit it with a little low right.
He turned it in. Yeah, he turned it in. Want to make sure nothing else is going to get into play. That's the good news. The bad news is he's maybe forced to shoot a combination here.
Well, I think playing the 5 ball, 5-10 combination, I certainly like that better than the 2-10. That may wind up being what he shoots.
I like the 2-10 for one reason. You could follow the cue ball to the rail and bounce all the way over by the other side, in case he misses. You know.
I just wouldn't want to hit it that hard.
Oh, wow.
To get all the way over. It's just the angle is not quite steep enough. Yeah. So now when he cuts the 5 in, cue ball to the side rail and bump the 6 out.
He's lucky he made the ball, because if it didn't go in, he gave up the 6 ball here.
Sure did, yeah. So I think he plays to.
He's playing the 5 ball, but he may be able to follow into the 6 ball or slow it down with one of those balls over there.
Come on, Efren, get the bridge.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the hit on the 6 ball. He would have liked to hit more of the 6, I promise.
I don't think he has the 1. He might have to cut the 2.
Well, I think he can cut the 2 and separate those balls. Hitting the 9 ball.
Yeah. And he gets a very bad roll. In fact, he can't even make the 6 ball now. What a horrible thing.
Well, I think his option here is to kick the 6. He can kick the 6
He might not be able to kick the 6. Look at this. He's going to masse the 6. He's going to jack up and curve into the 6. Yeah, see? That's his only out. Well, he's great at that, so he can do it.
He took his medicine and gave him the ball instead of trying to, to try to get that ball out. And
those little things, a lot of people, it looks so easy to do. That shot he just did under pressure is very difficult.
Absolutely. Free bank on the 11.
He looks like he's just going to take this out. Maybe hold the cue ball over pretty low there. Oh, what did he do?
That ball may have hit the point.
Yeah, it did. That's what happened. He was trying to 2-rail it out of there, up above the 11, and he caught a piece of the point.
It's one of those where not all of the point, but just enough to alter the angle.
Correct.
Yeah.
I don't know if the 7 ball goes past the 4. He's just taking this out. That doesn't matter.
Well, that's one thing that you just really, I hate doing that. Moving balls away from my pocket.
Yeah.
I mean, necessary.
If I were him, I would have taken it a little longer. I don't like shooting that quickly. It's something that's going to be so, negative.
Impactful.
Yeah.
Potentially impactful. There may have been something else, but.
Plus, especially because he's losing right now. In this rack, he's losing 4-1. And you don't want the balls to go up table when you lose a 4-1. When you lose a 4-1, you like to be able to run 4 balls to catch up or lead. So 11, if he tried to bank that, couldn't go because he's got the 4 and the 7 there.
Exactly.
And not much you can do. I mean, he's not going to back cut the 1 ball. It's too wild. So obviously he's going to have to go off of a ball.
Well, we'll find out right now if the 7 passes the 4, because otherwise, if it didn't pass, I think Alex may take a bank at the 1. But he's going to move both of those balls, and of course, moving the 7 ball to his side.
That opens up the bank for the 11 now.
Efren doesn't like how easy a combination the 313 is. So he's going to move that right now. And, that really...
Oh, I got confused. I just got confused because when Alex knocked the ball away from his own pocket, I got confused on whose pocket was whose. I was thinking he opened up the 11 ball for him to bank the 11, but he just took the ball out. Oh.
Well, Alex recognized what Efren did, putting the 3 and the 13 in a tough position. So the first thing he did, remove that.
Sure.
Remove that little cluster. Because he knows that later on, that would have been a real hindrance to him having the potential to win the game.
You see the 3, the 15, and the 8? Mm-hmm. Those are all in a position where nothing can be banked because of them. Like anything is going to be banked, the 8's in a way, or the 15's in a way, or the 3's in a way. I like to play that style. I like that. I like it a lot.
Easy cue ball.
It'll be okay. I call it clogging the lanes. He's clogging his opponent's banking lanes. Sometimes it comes back to bite you, but for the most part, it's okay.
So many of the shots that these guys play in one pocket. You know, they look so simple. They did, you know, there says bunt a ball. And it's like, so, you know, a person that doesn't have extensive one pocket experience, you know, sees them playing the ball just to get out of the inning.
Yeah, he's going to bank the 9 here.
But in reality, they're doing a whole lot more with their opportunity.
That's a nice shot. That's a nice shot. It was pretty free, you know. As long as he hit it fair, you know, he wasn't going to sell out anything.
Yeah. I don't believe he can shoot the. I don't believe he can hold the 14 up. I mean, I'm looking right down the barrel of the cue ball and the 14, and then, you know, it's just not quite there.
He's going to go off the 4 ball and try to tie the bank like the 7 or the 12 ball. He wants to tie those up, I think.
Well, the cue ball.
Oh no, he's put it on his side.
I'm a little bit surprised at how how he banked the 1 ball, and
is this a free bank here? Is this a free bank to 14? I mean, the cue's going to go up maybe behind the
4 ball.
Oh, the 4 might be able to go in. I can't tell if that's going to go past the 11 or not.
No, this is called playing the ball count, right here.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And when they say, because you said that, we should tell the viewers, the ones that don't understand, that playing the ball count, if you have a big lead on somebody, you don't want them to be able to catch up in one shot.
Right.
And run 5, 6, 7 balls. So if you put all the balls up on the top of the table, where they are now, it becomes very difficult to make more than one at a time.
And if he had banked at the 14, there's at least a reasonable possibility that if he didn't make it, Alex would have a return shot, offensive return shot.
Sure.
So, by doing what he did, totally took that out of the equation.
Efren has a ball closest to his pocket right now, if you want to count the 15 ball, and that's 4.5 feet away.
Yeah.
But it's still something. This 4 ball may be able to bank, or the 14. I don't think the 14 might be able to bank, but I doubt it. And they're not without a course, so he won't shoot them.
15 2 rails. I believe that's on.
He's just going to take the 15, put it up on his side. I don't think he's going to try it 2 rails. He may.
Try 2 rails, cue ball near the 3.
Yeah, he may, but I'm not sure what I want to. Yeah, he did though.
Ooh.
He did.
No, Judy. Judy was the 15 in that case.
Yeah.
So.
He's got the 7 here. If the 15 is difficult, he can hold the 7 up.
Well, if his previous shot selection is any indication,
he likes it. He's looking at it.
Kind of surprised. Yeah. His shot selection up until now has been conservative.
Sure.
Play the ball count.
In fact, he's been conservative all day. I was watching him for the most part. He was conservative earlier. Beautiful shot.
Now, you can do that with the cue ball?
Sure. He was safe. If he missed it, he was safe unless something else happened. Not really safe because there was banks, long table banks, but, if he shoots the, he's going to thin this ball, double bank it, or just knock it away.
It's double bank, no, he's just going to get it out into the middle of the table on his side. That's a shot that limits Alex's shot options. The
way it limits is if Alex went to bank a ball, then they'd be able to shoot the 15 if Alex missed the bank. Efren would have the 15 to shoot at, and that's why he put it over there, to stop him from banking those other balls. But Alex went and hit this ball tremendously, almost tremendously.
Oh.
Had he made it, he would have had the 14 ball. Efren has a couple of choices here. In my mind, he could just hit this ball and follow the cue ball.
Would you on this shot you talked about clogging up the lanes earlier. Would you try to hit this softly enough to keep the 15 on the side rail in the bank lane?
I'm not considering that now. No, what I want to do is not give him a good angle on the 15 ball, on the 14 ball, or the any of those banks that are up there. See how he just got a little lucky. Maybe the 4 is blocking the 14. Maybe I can't tell.
I don't think so. I believe he can not only bank the 4, but use the 13 as a stopper
for position on the 14.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And that would be a nice shot if he could do it.
Yeah. I mean, no, not to put the cart before the horse, but this could result in several balls run, because the 8 ball does pass the 3 into Alex's pocket.
And he's trying it. He overcut it a little. He didn't think he'd get in there that much, but he also protected it. So I mean, Efren would have to cut the 14 into this pocket.
Well, I think he does this. One of the things that makes Efren so dangerous in a situation like this is because of his billiard knowledge.
Sure.
Now, there's a potential for a double kiss if he cuts the 14 into his pocket. But with his billiard knowledge, he has an advantage there.
He's going to bring the cue ball down here for the 4 bank, maybe. He didn't cut it enough. But because he brought it down for the 4 bank, the miss didn't hurt him. He doesn't really have a big shot here. I might try to 2-rail his 14 ball. I don't know if he can 1-rail. I think I might try to 2-rail the 14, follow up into the 3.
I really like the 2-rail bank, but I would probably try to stay on the right side of the 15. Oh, he's going into the 11 and 3.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think he was going to follow into the 3.
Oh,
but
man.
He might have covered. He might have covered these 2.
Ball goes on the spot. Ball goes on the spot.
What did he make? Oh, well, he kicked the ball into the corner up there.
The 11 ball he hit and cut it in.
That's terrible. It backfired on him. He hit it really well. Efren was in trouble. If that ball didn't drop, he was in trouble. He couldn't hit the 4 or the 14.
Yeah.
He would have had to do something defensively.
You're right. Big.
This could be a big swing. Now, it depends if Efren does something really good here.
Because even though the combination doesn't go in any form, the 14 will go. He could play a rail first shot from virtually anywhere up table.
And he didn't try to get under those balls. He just hit it with his best stroke, center ball stroke, followed it in, and he'll try to deal with these now.
Make sure you make the ball.
Yeah, there's several ways here you can deal with these.
I like back kicking the 14.
That's a nice shot.
Yeah.
If he could possibly get a ball to his hole now, those balls really don't have a good chance to go by Alex's pocket. So he might have a free chance here. I don't know.
Yeah, he just kind of likes leaving those right where they are. Thank you very much.
I didn't like that so much. But who am I? He's Efren Reyes. Alex is going to try and free these balls up. And hopefully, he's going to go up table and try to freeze behind the 13 ball.
I like how... I'm not going to play you any, that's for sure.
I don't know if he can do it or not.
I can tell already.
I don't know if he can do it or not. And I don't know if he'll do this or not. He may also pocket the 13 ball and just get him in trouble with all the 3 balls down there. Well, I'm not sure.
I do like...
Well, that's certainly a good shot. Well, guess
Efren
what?
banks the 1 ball. He's got the 8 and 3 as protection.
Yeah, he has a free shot at banking it.
That's an unforced error.
You should do this at pocket speed, in my mind. Yeah. I didn't want this ball to come up for a bank.
Now, that's something that you don't see Efren do very often.
No, you don't.
Because one of the cardinal rules in 1 pocket, when you're banking that ball, it needs to wind up on the end rail, not the side rail.
Or in the pocket.
Right. Well, preferably in the pocket, right. But never on the side rail.
He's trying to bank this over. But you got to watch out for the kiss here.
Well,
he beat the kiss. He almost makes the 1.
He had the added benefit of the position of the 13. He didn't have to worry about scratching going up table. And you have to hit it thin, you have to hit it reasonably hard. so you know the cue ball is going in that direction.
Is he going to just pop the one and stick the cue, or is he going to try and take them all out
It's
here?
a sweeper.
No, it's not. He just took one of them out. I might have tried to get all three of them out. That's why he's Efren Reyes, and I'm not.
Well, if I'm Alex, I like banking the 14 and trying to get it near his pocket.
He's double banking this, isn't he?
He didn't look. He didn't look. He's going to miss the one. Okay, he's going to miss the one.
He made it too, I think.
And yes, the 4 ball goes.
See, it's 6-3. Efren's leading, and but he got himself back in the game if he gets one more.
Yeah, the balls are in a pretty tough position.
Yeah.
3-8-15 in particular.
He'd like to make the one and then possibly bank the 14. I don't think he wants to risk slamming and coming all the way up there.
No, if he just gets anywhere, past the spot.
Yeah, even on the spot, that's a good shot from the spot. And he did better than that. You're right. He did wonderful.
Well, I like a little more angle there because my objective would be when I bank the 14 is to get over on the side rail using the 8 and 3 to block, and he cannot do that from here.
Not with its standard stroke. No, he can't.
Yeah.
You have to do some kind of spinning, and that makes the shot harder.
Yeah.
He didn't hit it good.
He decelerated on that shot. I guarantee you
was
that's
confused.
exactly
He didn't know how he wanted
would
to hit it,
Yeah. Do I hit it hard and try to get over, or?
So 6-4 Efren, and he's got a bank shot on the 14. And if he makes this, he'll only need one, and it's a lot of pressure on somebody when they need 4 and the other person needs 1.
So that's one for the viewers. If you go back and look, that was a technique error that he made right there. He decelerated on the ball, and what happened in that case was he got more masse on the cue ball. It didn't go as fast, and consequently overcut the 14, and not enough energy transferred to the 14.
Sure. If I was Alex now, the score is 6-4. I want to have more balls downstairs. I might shoot the 3-ball double bank and get the cue ball in a spot where he can't make the 14. He doesn't want to do that. I don't know what he's going to do here.
Leave Efren on the 14.
He gave him a 14 bank. I don't understand.
You can see Alex smiling.
This is a free bank if he just draws the ball. They put a little left draw on his ball. It'll help the 14 go in, and you'll be below the 3.
Now, you know what, Bill? One of the incredible aspects of watching Alex and Efren play, their sportsmanship, and how they, when they make mistakes, how they deal with it. It's really an example for young players, old players to emulate.
Alex is one of the most gracious people I have ever seen in the pool world.
I know.
And Efren, he's a kind of a quiet guy anyway, He's not the same personality as Alex at all. Alex is much more gregarious.
Yeah.
But ineffable.
I've heard it said since he was Cesar Morales, that he's as good a person as he is a player. And that's as high a compliment as you can get.
I have a really nice story I would tell you about Alex, but if we have time later, I'll tell you.
Okay.
I don't want to, get in the middle of this match. Everybody's wants to know what we would think.
Well, he can, right here, I think, 2-rail the 15 toward the area of the 13 and rest the cue ball on the side rail. That would be my...
I want to put the cue ball at an angle where he can't bank the 14 without a problem. I don't want to let him cut it out, or I don't want to let him cross it either way.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I thought the 14, I'm sorry. I thought the 14 was a little closer to the 8. I totally see what you're saying.
Yeah, now what happened here?
Unintentionally.
He has a 14 bank, but now the ball went in. And
well, this is a green light shot for Alex to shoot the 14. He will shoot the 15 next if he makes the bank. So, again, green light, make a good solid stroke on it. You know, I think he's about 80% probably to make the bank.
He could follow this 14 and make it, you know. So if he follows it, he'll get a little more angle, better angle on the 15 to cut it.
I like that as well. I seem to get a little better hit on it, you know, especially from this distance. Yeah.
The way it looks on the monitor, it looks very much like he could follow, but I can't tell that, you know, unless you get on the ball and live. These tables usually play a little shorter than what I'm used to.
You know, what we were talking about earlier, you know, something that you really need to take into consideration. The conditions are playing so differently than they were 2 days ago. It changes the way you go about, you know.
Alex got a little bit of a break. The ball gets spotted. Efren won't be able to cut it. Yeah, he's got another shot, but at least he can't cut it.
I think Efren's probably 70% to make this two-railer on the 8.
If he misses it, he's going to miss it to the short rail side, I believe, but I can't tell for sure.
Long.
Short rail side, nothing. He made it in the middle of the pocket. What percentage do you say he has to make that? He's 90% to make it, you said?
You know, I'm a meteorologist, right? And you know, when you hear the weatherman say there's a 30% chance of showers in the afternoon, right?
Mm-hmm.
I retired from the Weather Channel. I was there for 12 years, and not one time did I use a percentage in a forecast like that, because there's no way to be right. If you say a 30% chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms, if it rains, it was 100%. If it doesn't rain, the 70% go, dummy. Why didn't you ask Jim Cantori what he thought?
That's also vice versa, though. I mean, there's no way to be wrong either.
Well, you know, okay.
I understand what you're saying.
One rail on the 3 ball. Here we go. Not quite thin enough.
Yeah, well, he didn't cut it. Didn't he play the kiss?
No.
I think he played the kiss. I mean, I didn't see the ball spinning much. There's a kiss shot bank in there that was laying. I was going to say maybe he'll shoot the kiss bank.
I like that shot a lot.
But I'm not sure he did it. I can't tell. I'd like to see a replay of the shot.
But with the position, but with the 14 and 15.
He's going to show the replay on the shot here. I see.
I think given the position of the 15 and 14, I would tend to shy away from the double kiss bank, because you can double kiss that ball right into those balls. I mean, yes, you can bank it, double kiss it towards your pocket, but you know, that's a shot that I would shoot if that were the last ball on the table.
Well, that would be,
you know,
that's
a good time to shoot.
That would be lovely.
Yeah. But that's a good time to shoot that shot. It's a completely valid shot. I like it, and it's fun to watch.
I've practiced that shot an awful lot. Maybe I hit it better than most, but I'm a little more confident in it.
I'm a little bit surprised. I don't know if the 13 probably doesn't bank past the 14. I guess it doesn't.
Even if it did, he wouldn't try it, because the cue ball has to come this way. You know, anything can happen over there. You could lose the game.
Well, he has a big area to put the cue ball in between the side pocket and the diamond down, if he chose to bank at the 13, but he's not going to do that. I'm really surprised.
He might be swinging at this 14 bank. Wow.
It carries position.
He had a nice speed. He had a nice speed, just pocket speed. He didn't sell it to 14. He didn't sell it to 3. He didn't sell it anything. He got himself another point here, I think.
Well, I think Efren has one shot, and that is to cut the 3 in.
Well, he's not going to do that. He's going to give him the ball. Don't you think?
Oh, okay.
No, he's not. He's not going to give him the ball.
He may cut the 15 and give him the ball. Cut the 15 and give him the ball.
That was a good idea.
3 ball, too close to the rail to bank. Too close to the rail to bank. And what he would love to do would be to bank the 15 into the 3, moving them both up table. But to hit the 3, he has to hit the 15 a little bit on his, from where he is, the right-hand side.
What do you like him to do? He's just going to bank this out of there a little bit.
Yeah.
Then he's giving up the 12 bank, the 12 or 13 ball. Well, he got lucky that ball goes in on the side.
Well, I was going to say, if he hits it hard enough and misses the 3, you get it over near the left-hand side pocket, and then you've done your.
I don't think Efren's going to shoot the 13 ball back here. I think it's too dangerous at this where the score is. Efren needs 1, and Alex needs them all. He's going to either bank this ball or take it out of play. Just took it, just drove it up a little bit, pretty much out of play. But there's a 3-railer on the 3. You can get the cue ball off to the right. I don't like this a lot either.
I'm certainly surprised he did that. Because Alex will bank at the 13.
Is the 13 a good bank from here?
I believe so.
I think he could draw out of the scratch, can he?
Yeah. Draw out of the scratch, miss the 3 and 15.
And he hit the 3 with the cue ball. He's lucky he hit the correct side of it.
Yeah, definitely.
But this looks like Efren's going to at least hang this ball. It's in a nice position.
Yeah, sure is. I think the cue ball is going to wind up near the 15. They hit this with just a little above center, a little bit outside. In this case, would be a little bit of left.
As long as he misses the kiss, he'll be happy and send the cue ball up into the 15 or down the middle or whatever.
Now, the way he cued initially, he was going to draw it 2 rails out of this corner, but
hit it fat. Alex get this out. I think not too much of a problem, but maybe it's a problem. I don't know.
I think he got up just far enough, but this is one of those. Remember what he did earlier when you banked the 14, decelerated? You definitely cannot do that on this shot, or else you double kiss and leave it straight in. Leave it right in the pocket. So you really have to make sure that you accelerate, get enough spin.
Trying to spin under it. He's got to hit it really softly. Oh, he missed the whole wall.
Mr. Reyes wins that game.
Well, valiant effort he put up, but it wasn't good enough.
Yeah, put up a good fight. He got down early in the game, and that set the tone for the rest of the game. So Alex leads 2-0. I want to mention a couple more of the supporters of, again, this and previous Make It Happen events. Dave and Magda Galashis, Dmitry Gorodichin, Richard Guitar, George Hegland, and Jim Hennigan. Thank you guys very much, and Magda, girls as well. Thank you. Yeah, a great crowd in the room, and the players are going to take a break right now, I believe we'll be right back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Efren has taken his allotted 1 break and prepared to break in the 3rd game, leading 2-0.
Well, he made one on the break, and they're going to get re-racked. The rules of this contest are you can't make one on the break in your pocket. It would be too strong of an advantage. It would be counterproductive to watching a good one-pocket match. Nice break. I don't know if you get in there on that 13 ball.
12 ball.
Yeah.
I believe he can get to it. What he does with it, I don't know. Yeah, this is one of those situations where you really have to be the player to see the exact angle, to see if the kiss is on, to see if he can, get by the 14.
I would love him to go rail first and stick the cue ball, rail first, short rail first and stick the cue ball.
Yeah.
That's what I would like to see happen. Something like that, because the 5 and the 14 were covering each other, so there was no real bank there. Although I hope the 14 ball might be a kiss. You might be able to kick it back into the 14, but I don't think it's on.
Well, Efren has to be particularly careful because the 6-11-5. I'm looking right down the barrel of that.
6-11-5.
So
Okay,
the
I see.
6-11.
Yeah, they're close. They're all lined up.
The 11 will billiard off of the 14 and move the 5 toward the pocket. Now, does it go? I don't know.
It may go. It may go.
But it's something that you really need to be aware of. So Efren will take a swing at the 1 ball. Whoa, oh my goodness.
Well,
he came with just a fraction.
Ended up about as happy of an ending there that you could ever ask for.
Well, now Alex has the potential to bank the 1 ball and play shape on the 12. If especially if the 10 covers the 13 at all, which I can't tell.
What do you think of the 10 into the 6 into the 11 into the 5? What do you think of that shot?
Well, I mean, from right here,
if
it
you
looks
could do
good.
it free, but the 15 ball is so close to the pocket, you may not be able to do that free.
I think he needs to be on an angle. Perhaps if you drew a line from the 1 to the 10, if you were on that line, you could shoot the shot and protect the cue ball. But from where it is, he can't. So the ball would really have to be dead, and I don't think any 4-ball combination is dead.
I think he blocked any kind of a chance at the bank here.
Yeah, he's really unhappy with the shot because he didn't, unusually, he didn't control the speed of the object ball. He tied the 14-5 ball up to his pocket.
Can he see the 1? He might want to go up and just either pocket the 1 or drive it to the long rail.
Good call, pocketing the 1. Now the 1 ball comes up on the spot, and
doesn't leave him a lot to do aggressively,
No, certainly doesn't. And of course, he has to be very aware of the position of the 15. I don't like this. I don't like this, and here's why.
It's kind of dangerous. I got about 3 shots I could show you. He might shoot here. A 2-railer into the 14 ball off the 5. That's what I think he's thinking about right now.
I think if he shoots the 15, and even if he doesn't make it, the cue ball naturally goes between the 4 and the 5 up toward the right-hand side pocket. So
sure it does.
I mean, it's just, that's what I would do. I would leave those balls tied up. It's early in the game. Nobody has any balls. He has a chance to.
Here it comes. This is my shot. I wanted to watch. He's looking at it. He wants to go 2 rails with the cue ball, catch the 14 off the 5.
I like that. I like it. I just think to win the game, a higher percentage shot is to shoot the 15.
No,
I love that shot, though.
No, he's doing what you're doing now. He's doing what you want to do. He's going to cut the ball. As long as he catches it fairly thin, yeah. Oops, this is just what he didn't want to do.
Now he wishes he kicked the 14.
Sure. Don't we all? Hindsight's 20/20.
I can't even look at him. I won't even look at him.
Hindsight's 20/20 anyway.
Always.
I really like that shot a lot, but I wouldn't do it if I was betting $1,000.
Be careful. Now, Alex is, extremely proficient player with the bridge.
Sure.
But over the stack like that,
he wishes he had a little more angle. He made it come up a little too straight on this ball to open him up. He wanted to open these balls up.
well, if he's too straight, he can still draw back and get to the 5. That's not what he's
He
looking to do.
might
He's
nudge
looking
them and then bank to 15. I don't know.
Yeah, he was looking at shaping the 12, and
I think
he
he froze. He just cut himself off from everything now. Right? Does he have anything to do?
No. I mean, he can go off of the 9 ball to the, just to get out of the inning shot. But I don't know if he has anything offensive.
He's going to graze some ball and put himself on the short reel, I guess. That's what I would do. That's a kicking at the 15. Right, that's the best shot, because if he does that, he won't be able to see the 5. Oh,
yeah,
perfect.
Yeah, he did that. He hit that at a very nice speed. Now Efren took a swing at one of those Cole Dixon straight backs a few minutes ago.
Cole Dixon, a name from the past.
Yeah.
He's going to go off the balls, come up and protect the 15 ball. Try to give him an angle where he can't graze the 8 and freeze him to the side of the stack, or graze the 5 and freeze him to the side of the stack.
Yeah. That shot right there is another example. I mean, I know I feel like I'm harping on this, but it's another example of if that cue ball is an inch further off of the rail, Efren's got offensive opportunities on the 12 to either 3-rail it or 1-rail it. And, he puts it in just the right spot, to take those shots away. And, while it looks like all he did was go off the 9 and get out of the inning, he really did a lot more than that. Too much spin. Yep. Too much spin.
But the lucky part is I think that the 10 can't bank, maybe because the 12 balls in the way.
What about the 8? The 10 into the 3-11 8. Well, no, I can look at the table. I can see it's not lined up toward the pocket, but
that's a nice shot, maybe. But you got to make sure it doesn't open up a shot. That's all.
What about 10 into the 1-6-9? Now that looks even better, because the cue ball would wind up on the 3 ball. I wouldn't want to dislodge it at all. Let's see.
He's just going for his pocket. I didn't think he could do this, but he was playing it off the 2. Okay.
Yeah, just a hair more right. Just a hair more left-hand spin, and that ball, could have wound up very close to his pocket. Now, Alex has got he's going to look at the 13. I know he's going to give the 13 a good look, because I believe that he can shoot the 13 and come around the table and miss the 5. So I don't like that.
Does the 9 ball look like it's coming anywhere near the pocket, the 6-9 combination?
The 8's in the way. The 8's blocking. The 8 has it covered.
Well, no, I'm talking about after this bank that he shoots.
I can't tell.
If it doesn't make the ball, is he going to leave a combination? Is what I'm worried about.
Yeah. I'm not crazy about leaving Efren straight in on the 15. Even if you freeze the cue ball on the rail, I just, seen him shoot him in. But he's not going to, because Alex got the 13 so close to the pocket.
So he's going to look at the combination. I guess the combinations are no good.
He's looking to see.
He can't leave the cue ball by the pocket because of the 10 bank.
Watch this. He's going to hit almost full on the 1. That's going to move the 9 ball over near his pocket, and the cue ball is going to be stuck on top of the 3. Alex has no shot.
Well, I don't think so. I think he's going to give him the 13 to 12 or 13 ball hanging there and try to come up right against the rack. And he came up a little too high.
Yeah, just a little bit. When I first saw the cue ball leave the tip, I thought it was going to be too hard and perhaps open up, one of those balls in the stack toward Alex's pocket. But that didn't happen. You were right, though. It was a
slight bit too hard. He didn't want to make it quite that hard. He would love to have that shot back in 2 inches worth,
And and hit it about 2% easier.
Yeah, if the 7 doesn't go, he may just bank the 5 into the 12 and stick right there. If there's nothing that goes. he doesn't want to follow up for the 15, but if he's stuck there, the 15 wouldn't be able to be cut in.
Oh, what he could do would be to intentionally bank the 5 ball into the 12. That would give him just a hair of an angle, but he's not going to do that. He's going to hit very thinly on the 12 ball.
That was a great shot there. I like that shot.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Oh, the 10 ball definitely a benefit to Efren right here. Off of the 10 ball, I think he'll probably bump the 12 ball gently. Obviously not trying to move it very far, but we'll see.
It'd be nice if we could split the rail and the ball, or if the 10 and split the rail and the ball, right?
Well, the way I would try to play it would be to bump the 12 ball over into the 5's bank lane. I would like to leave the 12 ball on the side rail. I don't want to move it far. Two reasons.
Do you think you can do that from where he is, though? I mean, it's a difficult execution.
I do, because he's only about 3 feet away from it, and you know, it's rolling. It's soft. It's a soft, you know, kind of shot. It's not like he's, you know, 8 feet away and having to hit it hard. So I think he can control the distance. He can control the direction and the speed. So
what's he trying to do now? What's he trying to do?
9 ball.
The 9 was dead. I told you, is the 9 dead? And he said no. He said no, and he shot the ball, and he said no, and looked at it, and he just went away from it. He comes back at the last second, he shoots it. It drives you crazy. Well, I mean, I really did. I looked at him out there, and I said, I can't tell from here, but it looks like it's in the vicinity.
That shot's the equivalent of Tiger Woods playing a 7-iron off a tree. Some crazy thing. That was incredible.
Yeah, it was a nice shot.
Because of all the balls, you know, were swirling around the 9 as it crept toward the hole. That was beautiful.
He bet the hole. Yeah, that's what it was. And that's why he didn't want to shoot it. He saw the other balls may interfere.
Now watch this. 3 ball, but he's going to play the cue ball into the rail, bump the 12, shape the 2. Watch this.
He can go for the 2 right now.
No.
Then the 10, the 10, then the 7, right? 2, 10, 7, and 2, 10, 1, you know, something like that. I don't know what he did. He's got 5, so he needs a 2, 10, 7, he's out. There's no any. There's no penny up there.
When he hit the 3, he hit it a little too well.
He went for the 7 first.
He
now he'll come across for the 1 or the 10.
Yeah.
Well, we got straight.
Yeah, like I say, he hit the 3 ball a little too well.
Yeah.
He hit it so pure that the English that grabbed and left him a little bit too steep on the 2 ball.
I know Shane Van Boening would draw his 15 feet back for the 11 ball. Yeah, like he just did. He overdrew it. Can the 5 be made or the 1?
I really don't think so. And that definitely changed the complexion of look at Efren. He's laughing.
He's got to stop this run, because if Alex starts running balls right here, he may get them all. So he's got to do something. What do you think of this here? Bank the 5 up towards the 1, or further up, and then follow the cue ball down to the left of the 13. Oh, that went past the 1. Oh! Well, he got it out of play anyway. I don't think that ball goes in Alex's pocket. And he needs 1 ball, Efren.
Yeah, so Efren said, okay, we'll play with the last ball.
Yeah.
He resigned himself to playing with 1 ball. That's how tough a position he was in.
This is a tough run anyway. Alex didn't have a problem getting all these balls. Well, maybe we'll see what he does.
So does he shape the 10 first, or try to go up?
He's going to go up.
And get the 11
I think
next.
he's going to go up, but we'll see what he does. This is kind of a personal thing. People
to
play
the
straight
11.
pull different ways.
He got to the 11.
And that's a beautiful shot.
Yeah.
And he may not have the right angle to shoot the 11. He might shoot the 1 and then the 10 and then the 11. I'm not sure. See, he's shaking his head. He's not in love with this.
Well, he has to hit this pretty firm.
He's going to go to the 1. He's going to go to the 1. It's the easier shot, and he can get right on the 10 that way. Needs the angle to come up.
That's the crucial element of the shot, is to make sure that you have enough angle to get back up on the 11.
Sure.
Well, he certainly
That's
did
fine.
that.
That's fine.
Yeah.
He just cut it in smooth. I don't know if he has to go all the way up and back down or if he's just going to go up slowly.
Yeah, just a high center ball, make the 10 and shapes automatic kind of thing.
Slowly. He just has to make this ball and get into position to take the 5 out.
Now, where would you try to get?
I liked being on the short rail, but I don't know if he has enough. I guess he can do it.
I kind of like, personally, I like almost stopping that ball and kicking it from the end rail with right-hand spin.
Try to get it over towards your pocket.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shot's a good shot to shoot.
Again, that's another one of those. You have to know exactly where the 5 is in relation to that point.
He's going to just slow roll this real slow, just tap it up an inch. See, he got a little funny here. Oh, no, he did what you said. That's a nice shot there, right?
Well, I'm surprised he did it from that angle.
Yeah, that's
I would have
right.
rather been,
I would have just liked to knock it up 1 inch, and then we'll worry about the rest after that.
Yeah.
Billy Thorpe lost the shot. I don't know how it was today. He lost the game. He tried to do a little too much, and he double kissed it and lost the whole game.
Efren's just moving this ball, moving it away. He double kissed the ball.
Oh my God! And it's going to go over the line.
Yes, it did.
And
Efren
concedes the game. He gives him the game. He's so aggravated. He gives him the game.
Yeah.
Well, it makes it 2-1, a more interesting match.
Well, let's watch the. We were talking about that 9-ball shot in the middle of the game.
Right.
We're going to take another look at that. Look at this. 1, 6, 9. You got the 6 and the 8 going. Hey, 9-ball, you better hurry.
Yeah. He cuts it in, and then he comes back and hits the balls with the cue ball again off the rail, opening them wide open.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that was something else.
The 9-ball in itself didn't win it. What really won it was when he came back and hit the pack again.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see it again.
What I really like watching the 6 and the 8. As the 9-ball, goes toward the pocket, and he's going to be able to avoid those balls. Also, the score, Reyes leads the match 2-1, but it's Alex's break. And so that means that, they're basically back on serve.
Yeah, I'd like to see that combination from that game again, slower.
There you go.
Yeah, isn't that beautiful? A straight pull player's delight after they're open like that.
Yeah, that's why we're like little kids with this game, I feel. Anyway,
sure.
It's like, we're in the crib watching the mobile of the, move around. That's what it feels like.
What would you do here? This is an interesting lay.
I think, personally, I would probably bank the 10-ball and try to get the cue ball.
Well, you got the 11 on the way to bank it, so you're going to have to just hit the short rail.
I did. Okay, I didn't know it had the 11-ball had it covered.
See how he hit it so firmly? That's why I was asking you. It looked like that might be in play, but I wasn't sure. I couldn't tell. And I wouldn't have the nerve to shoot it.
Well, it's such an incredible shot. And again, his billiard.
That was another shot I'd love to see.
His billiard knowledge.
I want to learn how to play that shot.
Right there, really shows itself.
Yes.
Especially in a situation like that.
That was an amazing shot, really was.
So what did he do? He moved 2 balls away from Alex's pocket, put
Kicked the
1
cue
ball
ball
up
2
table
rails
out of play.
into one and then the other. You know, that's a really complicated shot.
Yeah, exactly.
It should be a
Alex
free.
is
If
cutting
he,
at the 10.
yeah.
Sort of. He sort of cut
No,
at it.
that's very nice. Efren's almost for sure going to either hit the 3 or the 15 ball here and freeze the ball on a stack.
Well, I guarantee you he does one thing. I guarantee you he hits either the 9 or the 4 with the 15.
Sure.
I would bet 26 cents
Well,
on that.
you might lose, but I think I would take a piece of your bet. You put him on the stack beautifully, and he hung the 15 beautifully, almost hung. In fact, this is probably in a better position than.
And Efren's going.
Yeah.
Let's watch the kick Efren made.
It's a
4
real
ball
kick.
first. 4 ball first. Boom, boom. 10 ball. 2 rail kick. Billiard.
Yeah, he moved 3 balls away from Efren's pocket on 1 billiard shot. Those 2 and the other one up, that was up higher.
Ladies and gentlemen, not in the first chapter. You gotta have your doctorate. That's part of your doctorate thesis when you start shooting shots like that.
And I wouldn't shoot that shot without a seatbelt on either.
And a parachute. I want a parachute. Okay. Efren misplayed a shot. He's looking at this going, "Oh, remember what I did last game on the 4 ball?"
He's going to bank this with a lot of spin and do exactly that, I was going to say. I didn't know. I didn't say that because I wasn't sure he could do that. I wasn't sure he could get over and hit the pack or not. It was such a long shot.
Well, he is really, shot by shot improving his position. There are less balls near Alex's pocket. There are more balls near Efren's pocket. And the cue ball.
He's going to bank this 4
He's in a
ball,
bad
but I don't know
neighborhood.
what he's going to bank it into. He may bank it into the 1 or the 6 or I don't know. He's going to put the cue ball up on the left-hand side near the long rail.
Well, this is certainly an excellent cue ball. Excellent cue ball. But does Efren have a play on the 13? Can he shoot the 13 and miss the 4 with the cue ball?
I don't think it'll matter if he hits it or not. If he hits it, it'd probably either go in or be removed, The thing he's got to worry about is if he doesn't make a ball, that 10 may bank or the 5 or something.
Yeah, I would not shoot that. I want the cue ball to be away from the end rail.
He got behind it, and he didn't do well. That's a standard 3-cushion billiards shot that he tried there. He would go rail, ball, rail, and he was hoping to go up into the stack with that ball, but he got behind the ball a little too much, and it went straight down the rail.
So that was the mistake was he was too far down the rail?
Yeah, he came too close to the ball when he hit the rail. He had to go up a little bit further from the ball. Then he could have gone rail, ball, rail, and maybe had a chance to go up into the stack.
I see.
I'm not sure because, I'd need to see it again, but I might be sure.
Would you shoot the 12 first? Well, I mean, if he shoots the 13, yeah, of course he shapes the 9, 5, 10, 11.
That's the shot for sure.
Yeah. And beautifully struck.
Yeah. I'm going to shoot the 9 ball now and see what I can do with it. I'd like to shoot the 9 and maybe come up and shoot the 11 next. If you shoot the 5, if you touch that 10, you're dead for another shot, right?
Yeah, I definitely like shooting in a 9 ball.
And I'd love to come back for the 11 at a good angle where I can get the 10 or the 5 next. Or I don't want to break them yet. It's a little too early, but I don't like the way they're going to break open.
That's it. That's the key right there. Is it doesn't look like he can hit anywhere at any pace on the 6 that really helps him.
Right.
So why do it? Don't do it.
Come back maybe for the 5 now or for the 11, either one.
So you want to get high enough on the 11.
See, I like this. Now he can draw it back for the 5 or
Yeah.
maybe underneath the 10. I don't know what he can really do from here. but he's almost straight in.
Another inch or so, another inch, 2 inches.
Maybe the 10 bank. How about the 11, then the 10 bank, and then the 5? You know, that all might work. It depends on where we can get here, right here.
11, draw and shape the 12, follow down, bank the 10. No.
I like the 11, follow down, bank the 10. Right now. I want to get rid of those balls soon. There we go. And now if he can do this, he might be able to play. He didn't want to take too much angle. He won't be able to get the 5 next. I think he's looking to get the 5 next. We'll see.
Oh, he looks like he's falling in the perfect spot.
If he makes this. He missed it. Oh, he made it. Wow, good. See, now he can do a little something with that 15 ball maybe. Just make this. If he can't get another ball, just take the 15 out.
Well, that's his.
This is a big stroke to try to get up for the 12 ball now. I don't know if I could get all the way up there with that little bit of distance between the 5 and the cue.
Yeah.
You think you can do that?
Well, yes, I do. And the reason I do is because the cue ball is in perfect position in relation to the rail.
Yeah, it is. That's a beautiful, you're right. And
I mean,
some people
that's
can
really
do it.
ideal.
You really need a big stroke to do this. And he might try it. No, he's not going to. I think he's going to stop that. That 15 is what I call the Jersey Red shot. Some people nip it and then hit the short rail, the long rail with the cue and come back and kick the 15. The problem with that is it's not laying good for defensively. The 2 is nice.
Yeah. If you look at Alex's expression, you can see that he realizes that what he did with the cue ball right there was not helpful.
He'd like this to go in, and I don't know if another ball goes. If it doesn't, he'll drive the 15 out and put the cue ball under the bottom of the rack.
Yeah, definitely. That wasn't his plan when he shot the 5 ball. But by his expression, you could tell that when he stopped the ball, he's like, oh, why did I want to be here on the 15 if I'm going to try to clear the 15 out? He should have backed it up 5 or 6 inches where he had a,
So you got him under the rack. That's pretty much where you want to be.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Efren banks the 14.
With the score the way it is, it's 6 for Alex, and Efren's in the minus. So he wants to have them balls up and out of play now as best as he could. So Efren can't pull a miracle run like he did this afternoon.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I think he banks the 14.
Sure, and it'll open up the power. I like the shot a lot for Efren with the score the way it is, but he may not try it. He has a lot of patience now. He plays with a lot more patience. This is the shot, though, the 14, like you said. It will, the cue ball's going to hit the 7. It may touch the 3 and pull the 8 out. And it depends on the speed he hits it.
Exactly. Speed is crucial. Do you play at pocket speed and not get the separation in the rack?
Well, he gets one out of it.
Yeah.
He gets one.
Yeah. Or do you play it? So again, that's the question when you're looking at that situation. Do I hit it hard enough to get a spread on the balls? Do I feel confident enough in the bank, or do I just make sure I get that one ball and leave the balls clustered up?
Yeah. I don't think Efren's going to try the 7 ball with his opponent needing 2 balls, and
I think he shoots it. And the reason I say that is that the cue ball comes 2 rails out of the corner, and if he gets past,
yeah, he'd have to hit that really well. If he hits that really well, you're right. If he hits it bad, he's gone. It's pretty much like that with all shots, isn't it?
Yeah. I kind of like moving the 6 and 12 from where they are. Let's say he hits just left, well, doesn't matter.
Oh, boy, he went to get a ball over. That was a nice shot, by the way. And he may have hidden the 14 from Efren's view.
Well, he hit him from a direct, a full, but when he kicks it, almost impossible. not to sell out a bank on the 4.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if he's going to kick this ball. You know, it's too dangerous if he does kick it. Can you see?
Yeah,
can you see the
he
4?
almost.
Can you see the 4? I mean, I know some people wouldn't mind cutting the 4 in.
Well, if he can see that, I don't think he can. But yeah, I don't think so.
I think he can see the edge of the 14. I think he's thinking about grazing the edge of the 14, going up by the 15 with the cue. But we'll see what he does.
He's going to be near the chalk, up there under his hand with the cue ball.
Oh, boy. He hit it really good, you know. If he didn't scratch, that would have been a beautiful shot. He hit it really good. You see, I would have played that to stay away from those balls and stay away from the scratch. Just graze the ball, put it to the short rail, send the cue up into the 15. If he wants to shoot the 3, let him shoot it from there, froze to the top rail.
This is just roll the ball, skim the 8, shape the 14. If it's almost, it looks like it's. Well, Alex leading this game 6 balls to 0, and I think this is the shot. This is the safer of those 2 shots. You know, he just looked at playing the 7-6 combination.
He needs 2 balls. I don't know if he's going to draw this. I think he's going to roll it. So hit the 8 and have the 1 next, but we'll see. Well, he gets 1 only. Unless the 1-8 is dead.
Well,
does the 1-8 look like it's a good bank to you?
Hard to tell, but
this is a bank. He has a chance to make this bank. Follow up to the top rail. And he double kisses, but he, you know.
didn't hurt him.
Didn't really hurt him at all, no.
Alex can't even see enough of the 14 to, you know, play. He can't even see the 14 at all, I don't think.
He may go off to 7 if he can hit the long rail, or he might just put the 4 back on his side. I can't see the angle on the 7 from here.
What if he just banks the 4 ball?
Yeah, he could do that too.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. But I'm not so crazy about that, because what if Efren bank? Well, doesn't matter. He's not looking at it.
Double banks it, puts it on the spot, and I don't know how it's going to look once it goes on the spot. If there's any kind of a billiard off the 8, if that's needing one, would he even do that?
I think he could free cut it in, or he could bank it.
He's looking at a combo up there, but I don't know if it's laying
personally,
that well.
That's how. I'm think of his name just a second.
Can you see the 6 ball? I mean, the combination into the 6.
The 14-6, I think he can.
He was looking at it pretty well, but he's not shooting it now. What is he doing? A bank on the 4?
Banking the 4, cue ball toward the 15.
Yeah. And you don't want to make the 15. You don't want to make the 15.
Well,
he did make it, but
that allowed him that allowed him to shoot the shot.
Yeah, it's better than scratching.
You know, without the 15 there, he probably doesn't shoot that shot. But knowing that he's not going in the pocket,
yeah, that's big.
He can take a full-throated, you know, swing at the bank.
He hit it awful well. I mean,
and he needs 1.
Yeah. He's going to try and get behind the 4 ball here, and he didn't do it.
No.
Game's over.
Mr. Pagulayan wins that game.
All tied up.
2-2.
All tied up. And
this is a nice match. I like the way this is going so far.
mentioning a few more of our tremendous, I must say, in emphasis, supporters of, again, this Make It Happen and previous Make It Happens, Ken Holmberg from California, Tom Jacobel from North Carolina, and Suzanne and Rich Ladato. Art Mastrodecas, Mike McKiernan from Illinois, and Art, I forget to mention, is from Massachusetts.
This wasn't the greatest break I've ever seen, but it didn't. He's not going to get hurt by anything. You know, there's no real bank coming back at him. He could go rail first and bank the 12 really lightly, but he can't hit it hard enough to go above the 1 or the 15.
Well, he really doesn't want to go past the 15 and leave the 11.
He's just going to try to tap it over, you know, a little bit. Well, that's not what I would like to do if I was him.
I expect Efren to kick to the long rail, center right-hand spin, and you aim it a little bit high, and the spin takes it down, moves the 6 over. The cue ball then hits the end rail and moves up towards the 3 and 4.
Yeah, he wants to make sure he gets the cue ball up into those balls.
There you go.
He didn't do it quite the way we thought, though, right? He did it a different way. He didn't try to get it to the pocket. He just got it to his side and put the cue ball on the rail. I would have tried to catch it thinner, send it almost in the pocket and put the cue ball in the same place. But I'm not Efren Reyes. Maybe he did the smarter thing. He might have a bank on the 8 here. I can't even see.
I believe he does, and he also has the benefit of being able to draw out of the corner, go all the way up table, doubling up on the 1 and 6.
That's one way to play it, or there's another way to play it. You go into the balls. I was hoping he would. I was hoping he would go into the balls where he could see the 5 ball, like up against the 4, and where he could see the 5 ball. If he made it, fine. If he doesn't make it, then he'd be hidden from the 8. You know, and he might have tried to do that, but maybe he didn't hit it quite the way he wanted.
Efren, he went to look to see how the 4 was coming off of the 9 ball.
Yeah, he hit that rail first, the short rail first, so that he could come up and not let his opponent
hit the 6.
Yeah, hit the ball that ran.
Yeah, he definitely. The main objective by going rail first was make sure you can't hit the 6.
He's going to go rail first into the 6, hopefully, and he does. I'm not sure. Efren doesn't have a nice kick here. If he hits the 4, will the cue ball then go up against the 10-9 and get near the hole or not? I can't tell.
I'm not feeling it. I think if he were closer to this rail, closer to the end rail, I would like it better. I think the 10 ball blocked the path of where he would ideally like to have it.
He would have had to spin it for sure, which makes it more tough.
Yeah.
Again, he may go down and come up and hit the 6 again. I don't like hitting those other balls so much.
Yeah, one of the big drawbacks is that short of making the 4 ball, a whole lot can go wrong.
See, the reason he's playing this 15, and I'm not in love with what he did, he wanted to put the 15 on his side so he'd have a ball over on his side. But he hit that poorly. This ball may bank. If it banks, then he'll have position on the 5. I mean, I don't know.
Yep. I believe that's what we're going to see. Notice the angle Efren left on the 5 ball. Pretty steep.
Yeah.
I mean, instead of rolling forward, which I kind of expected him to roll it.
And he knew he was doing it. I don't understand the reason, but he'll probably, if he doesn't even go to make this ball, he may just put it near the pocket and hide behind the stack. I'm not sure how well he can hit it. He's over 4 balls, you know.
Yeah.
And if he's, if he hits the stack, will he get another shot?
I think he missed the stack intentionally.
He played it and went up high. It was easier look. It looked easier. It looked more difficult when we were looking at it. It looked easier to him.
I wonder if the 11 goes. If the 11 passes the 14-2.
The 14-2 might be good.
14-2 might be on. You're absolutely right.
They're not touching, but the 11 hitting the 14 might send the 2 in. I can't tell from here.
Shooting the 12 ball first.
He's going to hold it for the 6 maybe. Or the 11 combination if that's on.
I think he's going to play 3 rails, get up table. He may shoot the 1, maybe even the 15 next.
Sure.
Hit this with the center ball left. Pretty good speed. He hit a little full on the 6 ball, but still got on the 1. Just don't get jacked up over the 15, and everything will be okay.
I think he's going to shoot the 1 ball here and come back across and up for the 15 now.
Possibly.
He's confident with the 1. He's confident. He's near the ball. I think he's confident with the shot.
Yeah, I just I'm not sure he's not going to maybe shape that 3-ball combination. Depending on the exact position of the balls.
And you're right. He might do that if they're on. If they're not on, he'll come for the 15. He tried to come for the 15 and he missed the ball.
And the 11 goes.
Yeah, lucky it's hanging. Alex may shoot the 11 if he thinks he can hit the other ball with his cue ball, but.
Yeah, I like playing the 11 ball and making that ball for Efren right now.
Well, if it's on, but I'm not going to risk missing the 11 ball and leave that ball hanging.
No, absolutely not.
I might give him the 1 right out right here. What's his next ball after the 11 if he,
If he shoots the 11, makes the 1, then he banks the 15.
Well, that'd be pretty nice.
Miss. Make.
He did make the 1.
Yep.
So he would have had to give him the 1 anyway. So at least he's got the ball. I don't think the 11 banks.
It kick banks.
Yes, it does. It may even cross bank. I can't see. It's very close.
I like kick banking it anyway because you're going to be able to protect the cue ball.
He looks like he's trying to bank it straight out. Let's see what he does.
Maybe off the 2.
Oh, that's what he was trying, off the 2. You're right, and he did not do that well. If the 3 blocks the 11, he'll be very lucky.
I can't tell. I don't know if the 3 ball goes straight in, but I think the 11 goes straight in. And he's got a lot of Easter eggs out there to get. 13, 7, 3, they all
If he's on the 11, what's he going to do, draw?
I think you just hit a straight top.
Okay, come back for the 3?
Come up between the 7 and 3.
And whatever you get, you get.
Yeah. Pure straight stroke right here.
And he's good at that. He's one of the greatest strokes in the world. So.
That's it.
And he hit it perfect.
Yeah, that's like nothing. Come on, you kidding? Now, he shoots the same shot Everett shot a little while ago.
The big draw?
Yeah, the big draw. Because if he gets anywhere on the left side of the table, he's got all those balls going toward his hole.
Yeah.
So, and he's behind. So Efren's got 5. But even though Efren's got 5 in the bucket already, Alex is favored to win the game.
Yeah, he's drawing it. You're right. I don't think he's stopping it for the 2. He's going to draw it. Might get to 7 off the rail would be beautiful.
Oh, 15 goes. Even if he had stopped the 15.
This is great. He's going to shoot the 7, and then unless he shoots a 13 right now, if he likes the angle. But,
I like the 7 ball first because what we talked about earlier.
Well, he's going with the 13.
Well, he's going to play the cue ball into the 9, not the 14.
And that's what he wanted to do, what you said, but he didn't do it. He didn't do what he wanted to do.
That's why I like shooting the 7 ball first. It guarantees you get a better angle on that shot.
Well, he's in the game. It's 5-4.
Yeah.
He can put the 2 on his side and get under the 14. Got to watch out that the 10 doesn't bank on a 9-10 combo. Right?
Or if he gets down where, where Efren can't hit the 9 at all.
Yeah, but...
well, now Efren has a chance to bank the 15. I think the cue ball hits the right-hand side rail and then into the 2. And, we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, it depends how he hits it. He's probably going to hit the 2 ball somehow. No, he missed it.
Well, he wanted to.
And he didn't make the ball, but it was awful close. Does he shoot for the 7, or he just takes the ball out of there down there?
Well, not being able to see from the player's perspective, from what it looks like right now, I would shoot the 7 and try to play the cue ball into the 14, because it looks like the tangent line takes him right to the top of the 14, and he could easily wind up with a shot on it.
The only problem is that you might not be able to hit it good to make the tangent line work, right? If you don't hit the 7 the way you want to, then it changes.
If he's shooting it,
he's looking at it. We don't know what he's going to do yet.
Yeah, we don't know what he's going to do yet.
He doesn't know.
That's one of the key things. If I'm talking to a younger player about playing one pocket, you have to be realistic about your about how confident you are on a given shot, being able to execute.
Beautiful shot. It doesn't get a break again. He doesn't get a break. He hits the ball. He's going to stop on the 15 for the 14, but it doesn't work. You hit a little too firm. And you have to hit it firm, because that shot's got to be hit with a little crispness to make sure you give it your best stroke.
Did he hit it too firm or too thin?
Both. Too thin and too firm.
If the object ball goes in the middle of the pocket, maybe
so far away, you can't say, I want to hit it thin, I want to hit it fat. You got to make the ball your best stroke,
That's Alex Pagulayan.
Yeah, he's got a great stroke. Look at this now. He's going to try to thin it and hit the 15. Is that what he's trying to do? Don't hit the 10. Don't hit the 10. Okay, hit the 10. He's been rolling, pretty unlucky.
Wait.
That was the first really lucky shot he got his way.
I think when you're Alex Pagulayan, your expectation about your execution is off the charts high.
Sure.
I just don't, I watch the professional golfers, they're at 165. If you can't hit a 7-iron onto a beach towel, you're not a professional golfer.
Sure.
And you see them, they're playing safe, or they're playing to the, playing to the bunker.
Well, even the best ones do play to the center of the green when the pin's near the edge. So there's a smarter way to do it.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. I think it's take dead aim. That's just my.
Well, you're disagreeing with all the great golfers, the theory, and some of them do agree with you. Sure. Well, look what he did here. He almost hit the point. I don't know what happened there. Changed the angle. He thought he was going to put it more on his side. Now the 9 ball may be bankable. Because he came so close to the side, he hit the point, changed the angle a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see.
He wanted to put up near the deuce, and when he hit that, it went long.
Yeah.
And now it's to the middle. He can bank it, and he's going to hit the cue ball into the 2 at one point here, maybe, or around it.
Well, you got 2-ball part, and then the 9 ball.
Look at how nice he hits the 15, almost dead on.
Beautiful. This is one of those situations where
he may have to give him the 15 here. I don't know.
It's very difficult.
He could get the 15, the 10, and the bank maybe. So what are you going to shoot the 9 and give up 3? But I just soon get the 15 ball and put him in an angle where the 9's not fun.
So you're saying shoot the 15, give it to him, and if he puts the cue ball in the neighborhood of the 10.
Just give him an angle where it's no fun. I'd like to put it even on the diamond. If you put him right on the diamond, that's a tough bank, I don't want to give him a turn bank or an easy follow bank. I want to put him at a kiss angle. if I could. You can't always do it. So he did. Now, is he at that angle that I'm talking about? That tough angle? He's close to it. He's close to it. He may be able to shoot this straight up. He might have almost got there. Efren's trying it. Maybe he didn't get there. Yeah, it was a little tougher than you would have liked.
Look at that cue ball.
Yeah.
That cue ball. Cue ball speed and direction, just incredible.
Efren thinks he could have hit it better. He's not happy with that. And I'd be very happy with that. Get him over the 10, boy. This is when mistakes are made. They both need 2 balls.
Well,
I don't think he's going to go for a ball to his pocket here. I think he's going to position the balls a little bit here. This is a little dangerous the way they're laying.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree. This is a pretty tough spot for Efren, really.
He's going to roll the 9 ball into the right long rail slowly and make the cue ball go to the left, maybe to the top rail with both of them.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, he did it the other way, but you see, he insured. Oh, he didn't insure nothing.
No.
When he wanted to ensure by hitting that ball that they would all 3 of them be on the top rail. But what he did,
the only thing he ensured is that, well, you know, Alex, this is another situation. Alex is not really. How about banking the 9 and shaping the 10? I mean, you know, yes, he had a very easy bank on the 2, but the 9 ball was a pretty easy bank, and it had a little bit more potential for making his out ball, actually.
Take this out of play. Put it over there. That's good. That's good. See, it's not going to be makeable for him.
I
only want 1 ball in play at a time here. You know, he needs 1 ball. It's, you know, 1 ball at a time. Efren, of course, wants 2 balls in play at a time. He might pocket the 9 right now because they're both in play.
Yeah.
Alex is going to try to go for either the bank or the safe. Which is it? The bank, right?
Yes.
But he doesn't want this 2 balls in play. I mean, if something goes wrong, drastically wrong with his hit or a scratch or something, then the 2 balls are down there.
The error here is too thin. The error is too thin.
A dead combination could have ended up that way too, right?
By hitting the 9 ball more thickly, the cue ball is on the left side of the table from where we look.
What does he do here now? I think he's going to try to go combination here.
He could play the billiard.
And maybe it's laying for that, you're right. But he also might could play the combo.
Right, hit it hard, Efren. Come on. Oh my gosh.
He's got a double bank and that's it.
Yeah, and it's pretty obvious. He can take
nice
care of the cue ball, that's for sure.
It's a nice shot.
Yeah.
I keep the cue ball on that side of the table. I bring it up by the corner pocket. I don't want it, you know, where he can have a good angle to bank it if I don't get it close to the hole.
That was a brilliant shot.
Yes, it was.
I mean, he shot it like he was a foot away.
Well, that's what
cutting at it?
No, he can't be cutting. He's got to double bank it. And see where his cue ball is up there? So this ball is going to be very difficult to bank out of there to your pocket. You can maybe get it out of there, but not to your pocket.
That's an instance where the cue ball being 4 inches off of the rail makes all the difference in what Alex can do.
Alex wants to get this ball up into his side of the table, all the way up where he's standing. So there's 2 ways to do that. He could kick the bottom rail with a little right English and kick it across.
That's what I like.
And that's what he did. And as long as it doesn't go in.
I was going to say, you don't want it to go in. Let's watch this billiard again. Cue ball off the 10, play the 9 to your pocket, and almost play shape to win the game. Something else, I tell you.
He could even go for this ball if he wanted to, but if he does, everything's moving around, and the predictability where they're gonna end up is poor.
Yeah.
So what he's gonna do is just hit the ball softly to the top rail, head it towards Efren's pocket.
The left corner.
Left side.
Yeah.
Without making it, of course. Very slow. I don't think he's gonna try and two-rail it to his hole. You just hit it on the slow side. That's not bad. That's not bad. There may be a three-railer here.
Unless Efren two-rail kicks it in.
He may three-rail. No, he may be three-rail this ball.
Three-rail at 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, stick the cue ball right there.
No, you can't stick it. You have to follow
flow
it with a lot of
forward
right.
to the rail.
You got to hit it hard, follow it with a lot of right? You know what I'm saying? Got a prayer. I lost a game on a guy made this on me already. Big game, too. He didn't like it. Uh-oh, don't make the ball on the break. Don't make it right in. This is good for Alex, really. He makes the ball. He's on the correct side. Try to snooker him.
And he
did.
did.
Did he get him? He's
He
not
certainly
frozen to
did.
that point, but he might not be able to hit it.
I don't believe he can hit it. Efren may take a foul here. I would not be at all surprised if he can't hit it.
He may have to, you know.
If he can hit it,
He can't hit it normally. He's going to match say and hit it. I was afraid he spun that right in, right? He should have spun it right in.
gosh,
Now, Alex made a double bank
great
before.
shot. That's a
right?
great
And
shot.
then Alex just make a double bank like this before the other way when he had the other pocket.
Yes, he did.
So, I mean, I have no reason to think he won't try for this.
And this is one of those shots where it's almost hard to sell out a return shot because off of the second rail, the object ball is always on the end rail.
And he hit it real good. The ball
sure
could have
did.
gone as easily as it didn't go.
Yes, he sure did. He did it.
Efren could just two-rail this out of there. He could try to thin cut it and bank it towards his hole. I don't know what he's going to.
I think he's going to bank it. He's banking
He's
it.
going to cut it, yeah. It would have been very difficult to sink it, but he got it over there. Now he also, again, he wants to put the ball up on the top rail if he could, but this time he can't hit the bottom rail. He has to hit the ball directly and then put a little bit of right English on it, keep the cue ball down near that pocket,
Okay.
and spin the 10 out a little wider. See? For all you novices, that's a classical way to play that shot.
It's really interesting, you know, to watch these guys,
Yeah.
best players in the world, best one-pocket players in the world, how they play the end game. You don't get to see that a whole lot, you know, with the nature of the offensive game of one pocket. You don't get to see a last ball game all that often.
Everyone's thinking about just rolling into this ball or two-railing it, or how about a kick from behind even, but I don't think he's trying that.
Oh, it's two rails straight in.
Did you see the speed he hit it with? So if it hits the short rail, it goes back up to the top, and he wouldn't have much to shoot at. That was a wonderful shot. I'd love to see that, baby. What a wonderful way to win a game. Efren's been coming with shots similar to that all the last few days. Every day or every match he plays, at least one or two of those shots go in.
I almost said, I came this close. I'm putting my fingers really close together. I came this close to saying Efren was having a flashback.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? Tell me when he didn't play just...
Yeah. He hasn't lost that much speed. I mean, he's not as
man.
good as he was maybe when he was 35, but he's not far from it.
It's a very slim margin, I guarantee you that.
Maybe he lost 1%.
Yeah, well, what he lost in maybe ball pocketing from distance, he gained. Oh, let's watch this. Last ball.
Look at the speed he hits it. Look at the speed.
Nothing but
Bam.
Nothing. That looked like a Steph Curry three-pointer from downtown. Oh man, it gives me chills. This is incredible. Now it's that kind of expectation of your ability to execute that I expect from these guys.
He had a little defense in his mind. That's why he hit it so hard, but not much. He was aiming for the hole.
that's, that solidifies how I was, trying to describe.
He made sure it reached, didn't he?
Didn't roll off, I'll tell you that. Okay. Alex is definitely up against it now.
Well, he got the break, and let's see what happens.
He's got the break. Wait till Efren looks at the 7-12-5. No, never mind. 6 balls got him.
He didn't really this didn't break normal, did it? Usually it's a ball a little closer to the pocket there.
Yes, but the cue ball, he's looking at banking the 8 and hitting with the inside. Miss the 14.
He might want to hit the 14.
Get the cue ball near the 13.
Oh, I don't like this. He might be able to put this ball in.
Oh, I see. Yeah, he didn't get it far enough. He didn't get it over far enough, and I agree.
And Alex is near the ball too. There's not a good chance for him not to make this. He's got a good chance to make this.
Yeah, the only thing keeping it from being ideal is that he's over the 11.
Where's he going to go? Like into the 11, into the 9, or the ball next to it?
I think he tries to go between the 2 and the 9. That's what I thought.
He probably should have tried that.
In hindsight, yeah.
Yeah. This is a really tough 2-ball here.
Like, if you know you're going to hit it thin, you're going to hit it with inside, then commit to both and go ahead and try to get to the end
this, but
rail.
he can't even get comfortable with the shot. I think he's got to look at the 15 ball and see what it does if you.
Well, yeah, he may be able to. What?
You see the 15 bank it off the 8.
He's counting.
Bank it off the 8. That would be a free banking position.
He's counting on hitting the left side of the 6. Watch this. And he didn't.
He did fine. Well, look at this. Everything goes.
7 ball straight in the hole. And 1-3 looks very close, although we're not going to have to worry about that because...
they're not touching, so he might could cut it a little more and make it go in the middle.
Well, after he shoots the 7 and stops, I think he shoots the 11, and brushes the 1, opens those up.
Yeah, that's ideally he's going to do that. Let's see what he does.
And again, stays above the balls and does his thing.
Yeah. And he's at the perfect angle. He can go right into the 1. And he doesn't want to hit it real hard. Just get the 1 off of the 3 and shoot the 13 next or the 3 next.
My personal preference would be to hit the 1 favoring thinner. So you make sure you get away from those balls and not do what he did.
Does the 4 go? He's going to shoot the 13, maybe come across a little further where he is now, towards the rail.
4 ball does go, and then potentially.
That's what he needs. If he gets that, he'll be able to have other shots.
Yeah.
Off the rail, 1 inch.
Off the rail.
1 inch.
Not straight in. Well, he's still got the 5.
Yeah, he might shoot the 4-5. He might shoot the 5 first.
Well, he's going to be, 45 degrees with the cue if he shoots the 4 ball because he cannot go forward and then shoot the 5. He has to at least stop the ball and,
The 5
Watch.
could open up the 1 for the 3.
Okay.
Well, he's going to shoot this.
42 degrees.
Yeah, this is a tough shot. Beauty.
Yeah.
What's the next ball? Try to open up the 1 with the 3?
I think.
You know what? You think you could draw right into the 15 and get on the 9?
I don't like that because you have potential of scratching.
Yes, there is.
I think.
But that's Alex Pagulayan. He's not going to scratch. And he hits a beautiful shot. That's wonderful. That's what I was hoping he was going to go for before. He took his time about it.
A referee indicating Alex playing for 1, and ladies and gentlemen, it's Hill.
3-3. Both going. Next game wins.
But guess what?
That was some nice shooting. That was a beautiful run.
The lag became very important.
That's right.
Very
Efren gets the last break. We're getting a nice mix of moving and running out. I like that, You don't want wall moving. You don't want wall running out.
We got to see some end game.
Yes, we did.
And then we got to see the ultimate end game.
Going down to one ball, right?
Yeah, and slam bang
sweet.
2 rail to 10.
We didn't really get a wedge game, but they put everybody to sleep. So I think we could do without that today.
This
had one already.
break is pretty. This is pretty tasty. I like it.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And you can bet Alex is going to do it smart. Now this 11 ball is almost going for this pocket here.
I tell you what, if he looks at the 5, 13, 10, 11.
It's not. They're not touching, so it can't throw in. But it's awful close.
But look at the, yeah, exactly. And you know, I don't know what the distance is. I guess it would depend on the angle of incidence relative to the cue ball.
Sure.
But, you know, they will act like they're frozen if they're very close together, but not touching.
You know, it's funny you said that because the other day I played a shot like that, and there was almost just the slightest crack, and I was counting on it throwing, you know, and the ball almost cut further than it was aimed. That might have worked out well. That might have worked out well. I mean, he got a ball away from that was real deep, so it's not an immediate danger anymore. Efren probably is going to try and freeze him to the pack again, but it depends on what he's going to do.
Well, the first thing and the most obvious thing for me is to 3-rail the 11.
Yeah.
You're going to hit it.
Put it near your side pocket, freeze him to the 8. That's a nice shot.
Well, I might even be a little bit more aggressive than that because...
You want to go for your hole?
Yeah.
Well, if you do that, you can't get him on the stack. You got to. It's a little. The angle wouldn't permit it.
In this situation, well, yeah, he's playing the 8.
Yeah, that's the way I would have. I would have hit that harder. I wanted to get it over by my side pocket so he can't see it. See, if he could see that ball, it makes things a little different. He gives him another option.
Well, that's what I was saying. In that situation, I think I would sacrifice having the cue ball further away from the stack
and get it
and
right
the 11 closer to my pocket.
Yeah, and that might be a good idea. You're right. Depends on how it lays.
I'll tell you, there's one ball that facilitates that decision for me, and that is the 2. Yeah. Because the 2 blocked any chance that he banked the 9.
Yeah, he put a ball on his side now. The 6 is on his side. He may freeze him to the stack and just bank the 8 out of there.
Well,
you know, I don't know if that was right or not. We can't see yet, but we'll see soon.
That situation, I would much rather bank the 6 to my side and play the cue ball back toward the stack.
Right now, you have to get the ball on the other side of the deuce. You know, how do you do that? Well, I can't tell from here if he can hit enough of the 9 to stop the cue ball right there.
I don't think so.
And if he can't, he might end up either taking a foul or driving the cue ball into this long rail over here, try to go under the 2 ball either by taking the foul or by grazing a kick graze, you know. Real soft. He wants the ball under the 2 to wind up under the 2.
Yeah, this is, he may end up just having to take a scratch here.
Or he could go rail on the 2 and drive it right out of there. But I like going under the 2. That would be the best shot. And he got under there. I don't know if he fouled it, though. Yeah, he did. Here goes a penny.
So Efren skimmed the 2, cue ball toward the gap between the 10 and 13.
He's going to have to hit it really good to do that because he's real close to the 2. He's got to really spin the heck out of it, almost a Marseille.
Oh, he's
just going to take the foul and do it, yeah, because he's not the first one on. See, Alex has the first foul.
But the gap, the target, was the gap between the 10 and the 13. Yeah. He puts the cue ball in there, it's money.
Well, he might could just stop it on the 10 ball right here. You see, he's got about a half an inch between that shot. If he could bank the 10 and leave him froze right up there.
Man, you're playing good.
Well, that's not me, but these guys can do it, you know. Just stop on the 10 and leave him right there on the stack on the 15 ball. Tough shot.
Yeah, but what does that do? Doesn't that free up? No.
It gives him nothing. You know, it gives him nothing to shoot up for a minute. We're in one shot.
I understand that.
You got to remember, he's on the first foul. Now, if this becomes another foul, he's going to have a problem.
Yeah.
He tries not to foul it. Did it foul?
Yes.
Okay, now he's on 2. And now he might have wished that he had shot the 10 ball. He's going to go right up in that hole again.
Well, I don't think he's going to. He may take a foul and do it again.
However you get there is important right now. It doesn't matter how you get there; just get there.
Yeah.
Your opponent's on 2. He's got to do something.
This is his billiard knowledge. The target is the same as it was before.
He got there by grazing it, too. He didn't even have to do that. But he may have a shot here with the 9.
Yeah. Efren knows that. That's.
Alex was on 2 fouls there too. He was in danger, but he hit it good.
So he's not on 2, but he owes 2.
Now, that's correct.
Yes, he's going to play the 9 off of the 2.
Yeah, and it probably won't go in, but it'll get over there near the nearest pocket, and he can probably hide the ball from being hit with the pack.
He's going to play it left-handed, jacked up, center ball, right-hand spin, the cue ball into the 8.
Right up into the 8. Oh no, he didn't go into the 8. He tried to make it. See, and he got awful close to making it. I didn't think he'd get it that close, but he got it. He got it close to making it. But if he made it, what would have happened? He would have had to shoot the 8, put him on the stack again.
I mean, we would have had some applause in between.
Oh, yeah. He wanted to shoot the 10 off the 2, the 2 off the 10 right here, but he can't do it. He's got to hide the 8.
That's the $5 shot.
Yeah, he's got to give him the ball and hide the 8. He doesn't want him to see the 8 and get put back on that stack on a good hit. Well, that's a big gamble if he shoots this. He's betting the whole set on it.
Now, this is one of those things where if the cue ball is 4 or 5 inches to our right of where it is, then it's he's got a pretty good shot at it. But because of
what's the next ball if he makes it? You see,
that's my point.
That's why he can't shoot it. He's got to hide the 8 ball now. Give him the 9 and hide the 8. Don't let him see the 8.
Well, that was my point. By the cue ball being further to the right, allowed him to not only get separation on the balls, but also move the cue ball to the left.
Sure.
That was it.
Sure, absolutely. I hope he hit it.
I don't think he hit it as hard as he wanted to.
Main thing is he can't see. Oh, look at this. The ball's getting spotted. So he knew that. He knew the ball was getting spotted, and that was going to help him. He didn't have to move the cue ball much. I don't think he can shoot this bank.
I don't think so either.
He's going to sell out the 2 or the 10 or something. He's going to sell it to 2 probably. He shoots the bank, the 2 hits the 10, right? And then the 2 heads this way.
I would not shoot the bank. I don't expect him to shoot the bank.
Well, what he does have, he can line the 6 and the 8 up if he leaves them up table. If there's a way he can get a ball moving towards his hole, he can put the cue ball up there and leave him the 6-8. He might be able to three rail this 12 ball.
3 rail the 12.
Put the cue ball up near the top.
Upper right corner.
Yeah, leave him. He just left him up there. See, that's a good shot. He's protecting the 14. I don't think he can see the 14, can he? Yes, he can. So if I'm him, I'm crossing the 14, but I don't want to let him see the 8 ball again. I don't want to let him see the 8 ball.
Yeah, I don't know how much of the 14 he can hit or how he can hit it.
I think he can shoot right at it.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you're just saying hit it straight on or cross it?
Well, if you could stop the cue, that'd be ideal. But he's almost on the rail. It'd be kind of hard to do. And just drive the 14 out of there. I don't want to let him have the 9 bank. I don't want to let him see the 8.
How about bank the 1?
That's a thought, as long as he
bank
can.
the 1 into the stack. But he would have to be able to bring the cue ball down. He's got to come down table a little bit.
I don't know if he can even
risk
do it. Yeah.
or risk Efren shooting at the 14. So, interesting shot selection.
He's in trouble here. He's got a problem.
I tell you what he does have. I think he has.
Automatic extension for Mr.
cutting the 6 ball into the gap between the 8 and the rail, sending the cue ball under the 9 and to the left of the 14.
That's a beautiful shot if he can get there, absolutely. I like it. He's got to make sure he doesn't come up and hit the 4 and leave the 9 bank. He's got to make sure it doesn't come through the 14 and the 4 and give the 14 up. He took a foul, I think.
15 balls on the table.
Did he take a foul?
15 balls on the table.
Yeah, he took a foul.
And it was so tough. He was like, you know what? I just owe one. I just owe one.
There's just 9 bank now because it's a free bank if he can bank.
As
long as he doesn't follow it and give him the 2 off the 10.
I like the angle of the bank a lot better now than I did before.
I still am not in love with it. I'm still thinking these are 2 cells out.
I think he can shoot straight into the 9.
Yes.
With a high left ball. The cue ball imparts a little bit of right-hand spin on the 9.
Right.
And even if it goes straight into the rail, it does have a chance to spin into Efren's pocket, and he can play, the cue ball.
He's banking nothing. He's going off to 11, leaving the 6-8 again, protecting the 14. That's a good idea. I like protecting the 14.
Well,
it's the closest ball to his pocket. Why not? I think he can graze the 13 ball now on the right side of the 13. I think he can do that. He just graze the 13 easily and go to the rail with the cue ball. And this way he won't give up a bank on a 9 or the straight in shot on the 14. Gonna hit it easy and thin.
Now, for us average guy one pocket players, we don't think the 14's that big a deal.
He's doing what you said before. Maybe he might go into the 1 and try to follow. He's got a little different angle now. He could follow it down maybe. He can cut this 14, can he? Can he cut it?
That's what I said. You really needed to get the cue ball.
How about the 9 bank?
8-9 inches. How about the 3 bank?
3 bank. Well, there's balls in the way, but the 9 bank might actually go in.
One bank the 3 into the 9 or bank the 3 into the 10-1.
He's going to cut the 9 ball. Watch. He's going to try and cut the 9 ball.
Well, he's going to hit it with an inside ball. Oh no, he's not either. He's going in. He's going into the 2 with the cue ball.
He overcut it. The first day, the balls were dropping, but they started getting tighter and tighter. I think you can maybe see this 10 ball.
These conditions favor the Filipino player.
He's going to give him the 10. Did you see him shoot that ball? He hit it with a low ball.
You get that little slide at the beginning and then the roll.
Yeah. And one of the reasons people hit a ball on the low side, they let it slide and then not slide later on, is they're not sure if the table's going to go in the direction they want it to go. It takes a little of the curve out of the table. Sometimes if there's a little roll on the table.
It's just in the cloth. Deviation in the cloth.
In the cloth or in anything. Ball will roll more true if you hit it with a center low. Because it slides for the first couple of feet and then it has less to travel to worry about it rolling off.
Yeah, but that's one of those, do not try this unless you're a trained professional because it can go, very wrong very quickly.
Well, the actual thing is because you can hit it you have to hit it firmer to do that, otherwise it won't reach. When you hit it firmer for the first 2 feet, it doesn't have a chance to roll off.
I'm kind of surprised at that.
I don't like this shot. I don't like this shot at all. I don't like this shot at all.
The 7.
He has a lot of choices here.
Yeah.
Is there a?
He hasn't looked at the 12, 3, 7.
Is the 3 and the 12 dead in Efren's pocket?
Well,
you see the kiss on that?
I bet something's within 6 inches of Alex's pocket after the shot. 27 cents. I'm going to be a penny behind. I bet 26 cents.
He can shoot the bank on the 4 and stick right up there if he wants to, but he can't do that if those balls are going to go in Efren's pocket. the 3 or the 12.
I really.
What's he looking at now? He's looking at with the 13 ball.
13 off the 11, or excuse me, 7.
Oh, this is horrible. The 7 come up for an easy bank.
I like rolling it. I like hitting it at a rolling speed.
This shot here?
No. The shot Alex just shot. Yeah. I mean, he hit it with.
Yeah, he's got to play position for a ball now.
Well, it's automatic. He's got shape on the 3 if he makes the bank. Well, he has to actually play a little position right here because the cue ball is kissing off of the 12. Yeah, I think he's probably going to hit it.
Stay out of the side pocket, that's all.
Exactly. Stay out of the side pocket and not leave the 13-12 doubled up.
And he hit it great. He hit it great.
He sure
he
did.
Can shoot this ball straight and then shoot the 13 or vice versa. Myself, I'd shoot the 13 to stick, and then I'd play the other ball.
Yeah.
But he can do either. And I think he is, too. I think he's shooting the 13 first, the 12 first.
12 first.
Yeah.
You know, that's something that...
We'll get him a little different angle. I don't think he got what he wanted. He draws the level draw right into the 15 here.
For the people have been watching Efren play one pocket. The 2 years that were the most impressive to me were 2004 and 5. He, especially at the end of the tournament, I mean, he was crushing people. I mean, yeah, it would be like a 45-minute match against the third best one pocket player on the planet. He was just, his offense, everything was clicking, and when he gets an opportunity like he has here, he absolutely expects to run all the way out, and anything else, and he feels like no good. So you see, what is he? Roll this and shape the 14.
He just got there too. What is?
Oh, that's
perfect
terrible.
Speed. Boy,
that's terrible. He's got a half-inch angle.
Oh, nobody can do that. Nobody can do that.
Well,
if he sinks this, he'll need one. Nobody can do that.
Well,
my gosh.
Well, now he's gotten where he banks the 1 and it's safe.
Safe, or goes in and the game's over. Oh my God. What a beautiful, nobody can do that. That's crazy, isn't it?
Crazy talk, I tell you.
What a beautiful speed shot he hit.
Efren.
Keep rolling, ball, because Alex is he might give it up right here. He might pay him and just get up and shake his hand. I don't know.
Are you kidding?
What can he do? What's his options?
You know who that is, right?
He could take a scratch, and prolong it a little bit. Add on to the 3 he already owes. What does he want to 05? I guess he could do that.
Run out, Alex.
How about the 5 into the 4 and freeze him to the 15? Can you do that? Freeze him behind the 15? Try the 5-4 combo? Probably not.
That's probably as good as 4 balls straight in.
And you got the 8 almost open up too with a combo 5-8. Look at this.
No, but look. Well, the 9 ball still goes. Or does the 9 ball go? He can follow the 1 in.
Yeah.
2 come up on the spot.
He got it out. How did he get that out? Now there's 2 shots I want to see. Look at this. He gets that ball out. I don't know how he got that out.
My lying eyes again.
Yeah, he got that ball out, and the other position shot was wonderful.
Oh,
Efren doesn't like it. Because Efren won a game this afternoon, losing not this badly, but he was losing pretty bad.
Efren didn't look. Oh, okay, maybe he did. The 5-8 combination is very close to on.
Efren's opponent needed 1 this afternoon, and he needed about 6, and he ended up winning the game.
Watch this. when Alex banks this 4-ball toward the 5-8, double kiss territory. It is really.
Well, the 2 is awful close to the lane where you got to hit it. You can't even change the direction because of the 2. In other words, if you want to spin it one way or another, you can't do it. I think the 2 stops a lot of that.
What I would do would be to bank the 4-ball and make sure it was to the left.
Look how nice he spun that ball. Look how nice he spun that ball.
That's
really
exactly what I was talking about.
He might have hit this ball from. No, he didn't.
Make sure.
He almost hit the 4 from him.
Yeah, to the left of the 6-ball, and that way it takes the kiss out. And he had the potential to block the 4. You know, just make it so he couldn't hit it at all, but he didn't.
I think the 5-8 is still good. He's got a shot on the 11, 2 rails. He's got a shot maybe on the 1 rail on the 9 and coming up, spinning over for the 4 or the combo.
Well, Efren's on the hill.
He has some options. Yeah, he has some options here.
I like the 11. I like the 11 because he can follow the ball to the end rail and still. Oh my goodness.
Well, he changed the rack around, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, he sure did.
Everyone's got a problem here. He's going to give up the 4 bank if he knocks the 11 out, so he's got to move the cue ball a little bit.
He may bank at the 8.
Yeah, he may take a swing, but I don't believe he will because the 5 and 6 go now.
What if he 2-railed the 9 and followed the cue ball toward the 2? Doubled him up, used the 1 as a blocker.
Let's bring in another ball down. I don't like that either.
That's
he
better.
Gave him the cut shot. He gave him the cut shot. Did he? Did he cut the 11?
Yeah.
And if he can't, he's got the 9 bank.
Well,
How about the 11 off the 8?
Well, he can't miss the 5 or the 6 if he shoots the 11. I don't think.
He's got the 11 off the 8. Even if it doesn't go, he can put the cue ball by the 1 and hide it. You know.
The only apprehension I have about that is that if the 8-ball comes out, even to where it is, Efren shoots it.
Yeah, but he knows that, so maybe he won't do that.
I'm just talking about.
Yeah, he may not allow it to happen. You know.
How do you prevent it?
You just hit it softer.
And then the 11 doesn't get to the pocket.
Well, maybe he isn't trying to make it just to get it near.
It went to the
pocket.
pocket.
That was a dead sellout. You're right. He was a dead sellout. But now he has a shot for position.
Sure does. It's hard to believe that we're talking about the potential for Alex to win this game.
Yeah. Would you love to see him steal this game? I would love it.
You would love it?
Oh, I would love it.
Blasphemy.
It's beautiful shooting, and it got to be great shooting. We get to see some wonderful shooting. Oh, please, Alex, don't do that to me.
After all that hard work.
This isn't in yet. This isn't in yet.
Well, it's not in yet, but even if
it's contagious. When people miss, it's contagious. It's like the measles.
To me, right now, it looks like a great white shark just opened its jaws wide and closed its eyelids.
You're right. You're right. Oh my God! I told you it's contagious.
Shark opened its mouth, closed its eyelids, and bit the cage. Right there.
Now, how do you get out of this deal? He's got to either cut the ball in now or figure out a way not to. Don't go inside. Come on, you didn't deserve that. You hit it awful good.
Wow. How did he just hit it in like that? Oh my God.
Efren makes the finals again, huh? It looks like he's going to make the finals.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was just incredible. I mean, just the creativity, the sheer brilliance of execution, just a wonderful match, and we really expect no less from Alex and Efren, and 62-60 schmoo. I don't care. That guy's got the goods. Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
It was nice working with you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you too, Bill. It was really great. And, great insight. And no, I'm not going to take 8-7, so forget it.
Oh, please. I want 9-8.
Oh, okay. All right. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you from the Araminth Simonis Arena in Edison, New Jersey. We're signing off. Till tomorrow.